Or to take action in your own community, go to iHeartRadio.com/Earth.
Real radio. Real radio. Real radio. Real radio. Real radio. 104.1.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out? Spruce, spruce, spruce.
It's Spruce, the new hard-working, worry-free weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people and pets. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Weeds die by the next day.
Who let the dogs out?
Find Spruce wherever weed killers are sold.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The 3 best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and Siegel.
It is Monday, April 7th, 2025, 407 day, friends. Lots to get to. From a New York man finding out he was switched at birth to good news for fans of Whippets, maybe. And is the Donald Trump Elon Musk bromance hitting some rough waters? Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, Fritzy.
Good morning.
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Head on over to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your messages rolling right into the studio in real time.
What up?
How's everybody doing on a Monday?
Good.
Yeah, ditto. Same.
How the heck are you?
I am sore, guys. I am.
I mean, you've been doing a lot of that CrossFit lately.
I am wildly out of shape. Any day with just a lot of walking, not good for old C-Lane here.
Why is that?
Oh, he's it's a setup for what were you doing walking at, huh?
I wasn't going there.
Yeah, no,
I was going to
go
ask
ahead.
about your weekend.
Why didn't you just sleep?
I did the complete opposite of what you did, so just share yours.
No,
so
I
mine
heard
won't
you
seem as
say
bad.
this was your last. You told the Jim Colbert show this was your last chill weekend for how long?
Until October.
Oh my gosh!
Yes. So I did absolutely nothing.
Oh yeah.
It was, I had intentions of Sunday doing stuff, but no, I did not. I was asleep all day, horizontal, get up, feed the pets, get up to get an Uber Eats, and then just watch an S-ton of TV.
Nice.
Good for you. Are you caught up on what you guys was?
Yeah.
You know what? We tried to fit that in last night, and Ashley did a thing
Too tight?
which was it was kind of annoying for me, but she just wants to know the
who dies.
Yeah, she wanted to know who dies, and we were
for a real treat.
We were getting to a part where she didn't realize that the season finale of White Lotus, which dropped last night, yesterday, however you watch, was like an hour and a half long. She was not intending on that being the case.
It was quite girthy, and I think a lot of
you
people...
could just make a 9th episode, White Lotus.
They should have, because with the extra length, it still left a lot of people very disappointed.
Yeah, I think they coasted for 8 episodes, and then that last episode went, go!
And then did not really conclude many storylines, but...
I felt that same way about Severance, whereas, that got to the point where Ashley, tipped her hat and said, I'm out. You can watch Severance.
At least with Severance,
Let me
though,
know how it goes.
we have a pickup in season 4. Season... What was this?
This was 2.
Okay, so
this is only
season
season
3.
2, even though Severance came out 4 years ago.
But with White Lotus, we're going to get a whole new season with perhaps 1 or 2 storylines from the season prior. Obviously, one guy has gotten the payday and gets to make it all the seasons, but I don't know. I was left a bit disappointed at the end of this one, but I feel like we need to give people another day to watch it.
I still need another day to watch it because Ashley just wanted to, fast forward and get the nuts.
Oh, and you know what?
And I wanted to watch the whole thing.
This is going to be my Frank dies moment, but I'm going to stop myself.
It was Hank that you ruined for me. Hank dies
Breaking Bad.
From Breaking Bad. Well, it is the first time that I've done this, hosted the show before, as you know.
Lucky.
So Fritz, thank you for being here.
Hey, thank
Sabrina,
you for having
thank
me.
you for being here.
Hey,
and,
no problem.
Little nervous, obviously. You're
doing great so far.
Surrounded by papers, and I don't know which one of them I'm going to pick up next.
I almost messed him up this morning.
Fritz came in and put his bag on top of my papers.
Oh, God.
And I was
Damn
like,
it,
Fritz!
I've never seen him so concerned so early in the morning.
I have just the tiniest inkling of an organization system here, and just an errant sneeze could send me spiraling. But I did have help, and because just like any person of young age these days who doesn't know how to do something, I asked ChatGPT how to host a radio show this morning. I said, ChatGPT, ChatGPT, I'm hosting a 4-hour talk show today. What should I talk about? And it broke it down by the hour.
Oh, nice.
Oh, good.
It says hour 1 should be hot headlines and breaking news.
Wait, hold on. Can I guess these? Is hour 2 open it up to the callers? See what the callers have to say.
No, they put that in hour 3, Fritz.
Okay.
God damn it.
But can I tell you,
It's 2 hours of talking.
the thing that made me laugh the most was it said hour 2 is culture, tech, and trends.
Okay.
All right, and maybe some cultural flashpoints. Like, can you trust what you see and hear anymore because of AI and the media? And it gave some call-in prompts, which, I mean, it
I'm
is
not picking up that damn phone.
It is trying to act like a show prep service almost.
That's amazing.
But in hour 3, it said real talk / life talk, Fritz. And in the interactive segment, it said I should do, and this is hilarious because of the way they phrased it, the unpopular opinion open line. And then in parentheses, it says, people love this. Love in all caps.
It is. I mean, that's.
Or what's your hill to die on?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I'm down for that topic.
And
I have
then-
many hills I die on all the time.
Hour 4, the wind down, humor, inspiration, and oddities. Find a few bizarre, fun stories to laugh about. And then it offered to do more work for me, and I said, no, I'm fine, ChatGPT. Thank you.
We might come back to you around
Thank you
1
for
p.m.
Yeah. If the steam is gone, then it's just ChatGPT show just for the rest of our Monday. But for now, let's put our ears to the ground.
Good job.
Our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great big wide world of ours. And we go to the state of Georgia, friends.
Yeah, I've heard of that one.
You've heard of Georgia. A man has been arrested there, Fritz, for a string of thefts.
Yeah.
He's been getting away with this far too long.
I thought theft was legal there.
Nope, not in Georgia. And they've caught the man. He's hit several Walmart locations across North Georgia. All right, I think I have this set up to where you see it. I just hit this button.
There we go. Yep.
All right, and a 1, 2, and here is Fox 5 in Georgia.
$20,000 worth of merchandise from several Walmart stores across North Georgia.
40-year-old Speedy Gonzalez is now facing several felony
excuse me?
shoplifting charges in several counties. Yes, that is his real name.
No
News Edge reporter
way.
Eric
Look
Knox
at him. That's
explains
Speedy Gonzalez
how
back
he
there.
pulled off so many thefts before getting caught.
Speedy Gonzalez, 40 years old, arrested and charged with theft after stealing from several Walmart locations across North Georgia. He was believed to be responsible for thefts at stores that totaled more than $20,000.
This is where my Speedy Gonzalez quote would go.
Do you have a Speedy Gonzalez quote?
I am not familiar. It's just such an old cartoon.
Yeah, just a stereotypical racist Mexican.
It is.
Did he steal stuff?
Speedy Gonzalez himself, like the cartoon, was not a thief.
Okay.
But do you know, Fritz, what his cousin's name is? The opposite of Speedy Gonzalez?
Slowpoke.
Slowpoke Rodriguez.
That's points.
It is points. I like it. He's still on the loose, but apparently.
He's very slowly getting away.
Speedy, his real name, and kudos to the folks at Fox 5 for keeping it together. Somebody had to have told them ahead of time. They're like, by the way, don't start laughing when this comes across the teleprompter. This is a guy's real name. We're going to talk about him after the break. His name is Speedy Gonzalez.
I mean, I think at this point we break down, like, what does your life entail when your parents name you after a cartoon?
Is that a parents thing, or
the parents
does a guy have his name legally changed to Speedy?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
I mean, to not go through the efforts of purchasing items, I feel like you don't go through the efforts of legally changing your name.
Yeah, it's like $500 he could be using to steal stuff.
True. Is that how much it costs to change your name?
Why, you want to change your name today? Talk about a radio bit.
Yeah, call in if you want to change your name.
People love that, Fritz. People love it. No, I never. There was a point in grade school where I thought, like, are you allowed to change your name? And I asked my mom, and I was like, can you change your name? She goes, sure, you could change your name. And I think my mom had no intention of letting me ever change my name. She's like, I gave you that name.
I love parent lies.
Yeah.
You get to tell those soon.
But for a couple of days, I think I told, like, my kindergarten teacher, like, no, changing the name. I'm going to be...
I did a nickname switch.
I picked like Rick or Joseph or something. You did a nickname switch on your own accord?
I did, because I went to school, middle school and elementary school, with two other Sabrinas.
Okay, all right.
And I didn't want, it was Sabrina A, Sabrina S, Sabrina F. So I was like, call me Sabby. And Sabby stuck until I went to high school. And I was like, I'm Sabrina now. I'm an adult.
That makes sense. I thought you were going to say you did this thing that one of the kids in my high school did that I was like, no, absolutely not. He came to school one day and he said, I don't know if he like made an announcement or if he was just trying to organically get people to start calling him by this new chosen nickname. He tried to choose his own and he's like, I want you to call me Shrek.
Oh,
and
hey,
I said, 100% not nerd. Not going to do it. No,
Princess Fiona.
It's not a thing. Even though the guy was a little Shrek-like, and I'm sure he identified with the character a bit. Perhaps
Define
layers.
Shrek-like tiny weird ears and green?
Green, yeah.
That's the nicest way I could say it.
Loves onions?
Possibly. No, he has layers. I don't know if Shrek actually loves onions, but he has layers.
Got it.
Much like an onion does. I said in the lead up to the show, in the intro, that it could be over. The bromance is hitting rough waters.
What happened?
We thought we were just going to see the budding romance of President Donald Trump and Elon Musk thriving throughout this presidency. But a close advisor to President Donald Trump on Saturday broke with Trump's decision to impose the expansive tariffs that you've heard about all weekend.
So that was real. It looked like an AI video.
Which one?
Of Elon.
I didn't see the video. What was he doing?
I saw some announcement that Elon, spoke out against Trump and the tariffs, and it looked like it was a video of him. And all the comments were like, this is so AI. But then again, Elon just speaks in a robot kind of voice that no one could tell the difference.
Right.
I mean, I scrolled right past it and went to a cute Yorkie video, but
no,
go on.
He said, I hope it is agreed that both Europe and United States should move, ideally, in my view, to a zero tariff situation, which is ballsy to say when you're trying to be Trump's best friend, effectively creating a free trade zone between Europe and North America. Musk told the League Congress, an event hosted Saturday by right-wing Italian Deputy Prime Minister Matteo Salvini. That's what I hope occurs, and also more freedom of people to move between Europe and North America if they wish. If they wish to work in Europe or wish to work in America, they should be allowed to do so, in my view. So that has certainly been my advice to the president. I don't know if he's taking your advice anymore, bud. The tariffs are hitting people hard. The Nintendo Switch is being delayed. Everybody's freaking out about that. And, it says Trump has long rallied against free trade, which Musk expressed support for Saturday. The White House and Musk did not immediately respond to requests for comment.
Because Tesla's doing not that great.
There's another video that I think we might be able to look at a bit later. That apparently he was crying. Somebody found Musk crying about Tesla. Did you see any of that, Fritz?
No, but I'm looking at a picture on the Daily Beast where
that's for
Trump
the spank
is
bank
very
later.
Pointedly, I don't know. Maybe he's.
It looks like he's scolding him. It looks like that's the one that I saw on the Daily Beast this morning as well when I was pulling this story and some more. We have an update later in the show today. The best, worst charter captain in the whole damn United States. has finally found himself in actual legal trouble. Captain Brock Horner. And then also some very tone-deaf tweets by Marjorie Taylor Greene and your dispatches. We will get to you. All you have to do to join the show is just dial up thenewsjunkie.com. That sounded a very old man of me.
Yeah.
Type up thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch today. All of that is coming up soon on The News Junkie.
Dancing naked around your kitchen is a lot better with your best friends.
Seriously.
I mean,
why would you encourage that?
just say, Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's a couple things to look out for this morning. An accident where Econ Trail meets Lake Underhill Road. Traffic lights are not working where Orange Avenue meets Lancaster Road. Traffic still slowing down on I-4 eastbound before US 27 and after State Road 429. And there's an accident where Clarkona-Ocoee Road meets Orange Blossom Trail. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
It's never been done before. iHeartRadio and America's favorite TV show, Wheel of Fortune, come together for 1 week only. Music lovers from across the country play for incredible iHeartRadio experiences.
iHeartRadio Jingle Ball Concert. Music Festival. iHeartRadio Music Award.
And you can win too. Play along all week at wheeloffortune.com and you could find yourself at an unforgettable iHeartRadio event.
Start spinning. Good luck.
All this week.
iHeartRadio Week on Wheel of Fortune with me, Ryan Seacrest. Check it out.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Hey there, my sink is leaking water. I need help right now.
We're having a company-wide staring contest. Do you want to play?
But what about my sink?
Okay, me versus you.
No.
Ready, go.
No, I'm not playing. And you know what? I should have called Frank Gay.
Oh, I almost blinked.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When it comes to plumbing problems, you want a helpful operator to guide you and an honest and reliable plumber to provide customized solutions for your home.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
If you're thinking about going to nursing school but aren't sure how to get started, join us at Galen College of Nursing's upcoming open house. Here, you'll meet with friendly and helpful faculty, current students, and academic advisors who can help you get comfortable with admissions and enrollment. Plus, you'll tour our campus and learn all about Galen's personalized student support. RSVP now for our open house on Tuesday, April 22nd from 4 to 6 p.m. by visiting galenecollege.edu/Orlando.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com. If you have a 2004 or newer vehicle that's out of warranty or about to be, Endurance is urgently notifying U.S. drivers about their low-cost vehicle coverage plan designed to save drivers thousands on rising vehicle repair costs. Those who qualify can pick their plan, coverage, and repair shop. Roadside service, towing, and rental cars included. All covered repairs get paid directly to the repair shop for you. Call now for your free quote. Call 800-298-9383. 800-298-9383.
I'm ready. Let me just grab my bag. Sweatpants, huh? Didn't know we were keeping it casual this month. Yeah, I feel bloated every now and then.
You have to try new Align 3-in-1 Biotic Gummies. They have prebiotics to nourish good bacteria, probiotics to help relieve occasional bloating, and postbiotics for immune support.
All that in one gummy?
Yep. So no sweatpants next time?
Not anymore.
Align 3-in-1 Biotic Gummies for gut health support. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. Mortgage rates have improved again this week.
If Bill
Get
Paxton calls F5
to lower payments or get cash out at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don.com.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment changeouts and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Chill lakeside dining featuring unique dishes and burgers at Puddle Jumpers on beautiful Lake Dora in Tavares. This Friday, join the monsters in the morning at Puddle Jumpers for some big dumb fun during our live lakeside broadcast, 6A to 11A. Then stick around for lunch with the monsters and get your weekend started right. Puddle Jumpers in Tavares, signature dishes and cocktails by the lake. Don't miss the Monsters in the Morning live broadcast and lunch with the monsters this Friday.
The semi-annual event everyone waits for is here this weekend at International Diamond Center. Incredible savings across the board. Up to 20% off. Rings, bands, bracelets, earrings, pendants, plus thousands of designer engagement rings. Even all GIA certified diamonds are on sale. Acclaimed jewelry designers are here with all new collections. Save up to 20% and spread your payments over 3 years with 0 interest. 3 days only this Friday through Sunday, and only at International Diamond Center, Altamont Springs, Mall at Millenia, and Waterford Lakes.
Why go to just another sports bar when you can go to Crush Yard? The food, amazing. The drinks, top shelf. Craft beers, a gajillion of them. And then the big surprise, pickleball, all indoor on pristine new courts. So that's it, right? Wrong, because we've also got ping pong, cornhole, and a full arcade for the kids. So, Kissimmee, when the temps rise, cool off with the best food, games, and fun at the hottest new spot in town. Visit CrushYard.com and follow us on social for details. See you down at the yard.
The Rocket Man has landed on iHeartRadio.
Hi, this is Elton John, and this is iHeart's Elton John Radio.
Every hit, every deep cut, and the behind-the-scenes stories from Sir Elton himself.
It became my first ever hit.
From the anthems that made history to Elton's own picks, all commercial-free, including his new song with Brandi Carlile, the soundtrack of a legend. Search Elton John Radio on your iHeart app to listen now.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Because Sean has way more PTO than the other two. It's the News Junkie with Sabrina and C-Lane.
This was just an abundance of caution. These kids might be pussies.
In what sense?
And they had to go to the hospital for what happened over the weekend. We'll get to that in a second. Fritz, I have a question for you, though.
Yes, sir.
You do the home loans radio show with that mortgage guy, Don, on the weekends.
And MJ, yes.
And MJ. How'd you get in here? Were you able to, navigate the big power outage that everybody was freaking out about over the weekend?
Well, I had Frank, who is an engineer here. He was here, and he let me in and then said, take those stairs. As soon as I got into the stairwell, I realized he should have told me, get your flashlight out on your phone first. Because it was in pitch black darkness, and then using a flashlight to walk up 4 flights of stairs, it was something out of The Last of Us, and it was terrifying. And then I get in here, all the lights are out.
You're just ready to flamethrow something?
Yeah, Molotov cocktail, anything. I couldn't make coffee. So I was like, all right.
If I had come to work today and the elevators are turned off, probably would have turned around. Probably I would have turned around.
It is.
I almost dropped the ball very early on today because I got up. I had done a handful of things to prep for the show last night. I was doing some more this morning whilst trying to feed a bebe. And then
congratulations.
Took the child to my mother's house and realized I don't have my cell phone. So if I had showed up here, I'd be, in that glass prison lobby yelling for somebody who hoping somebody would walk by.
There's a system now and a very high secure system, but there is a notification when guests are here. And I just imagine it'd be like C-Lane to all that is in the building.
You have to pick who you think is here, and that's another gamble. I have my ideas. I would probably pick Raquel.
Nice lady.
But sometimes, I don't know. And so I would just have to awkwardly take a picture of myself on the iPad. Please let me in. And not as if I didn't have enough. So I just hauled ass back home to get my phone.
Cut the power when I was filling in for Jack on the Jim Colbert show on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, there was a bit of a panic because even though they reassured us, like, it's everything else, but essentially don't leave this room until you're ready to leave. And we're in the middle of a segment, and all of a sudden it's like flashing lights, and then a power down, power up, and then can't print anything, but also we can maybe go to the bathroom. I'm not sure.
And yeah, do you guys put on best of or something?
No.
Just let it go.
No, they just...
No, we did it. I mean, the station still ran. It was just once we were ready to leave, we also did The Last of Us trek through the very dark stairs.
The emails we got after that was all over were somewhat reassuring, but they were like, yeah, just a good thing this worked out because this was a very high risk operation. I go, oh, good.
Did you guys not want to do that in the middle of the night?
Good. There are some high school students in big trouble. Multiple Winter Springs high school students were sent to the hospital on Saturday after becoming ill from alcohol during prom. They snuck in some of the alcohols to their prom.
I mean, decades long of the same thing. How'd y'all end up not only in the hospital, but on the news?
Well, one thing that was unique, I think, their prom was at SeaWorld, which I know that some of our homecomings, I never went to prom. I know at least one of our homecomings was at a hotel very close to SeaWorld.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think we ever had like a big event like that at the theme park.
I mean, just you and Jeff are Orlando natives. We had ours at a hotel.
Right.
In the ballroom. And then we would go to a nearby hotel who, like the rich kids would rent out the villas.
But like being Orlando
natives,
we had our pick of the litter of hotels to not only throw homecoming and or prom at, but then just various after parties in either really nice hotels and villas,
sure,
or in the case of me and my friends, really cheap ones, really cheap $192.
I mean, that's where you go.
Those were the glorious after parties.
Those were the ones I went to. Wait,
what did these kids do wrong?
Did they sneak the alcohol into SeaWorld?
Okay, it says officials with Seminole County Public Schools says students snuck in small containers of alcohol concealed in clothing. The school prom was being held at SeaWorld.
Dummies.
So
you pregame, you do the dances, and then you go party more.
Yeah, and you keep your booze at the hotel.
No, but you say you pregame, Sabrina. But I remember every year during either homecoming or prom, they threatened everybody and said, "Listen, we're going to have breathalyzers on site."
And guess what?
What?
They didn't have them.
They didn't?
Not for us.
Did they have them for you?
I don't know. I never showed up drunk to homecoming.
I mean, neither.
And made some sort of scene that would require them to do it. I always did that afterwards, or just skipped the prom altogether and went to a party.
Split some Smirnoff Ices and some disgusting Parrot Bay coconut rum.
Okay, so that's my question, because it says small containers of alcohol, which unless you're making your own container here, which I've been guilty of to sneak into, say.
Thank you for your transparency.
I used and I was yelled at, I used my wife's very expensive hair straightener to seal together plastic packages to get into a concert. I mean, I was told the dollar amount and everything that I owed her if I ruined this hair straightener.
With plastic.
Yes, with like vacuum seal bags, like the food saver.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I was cutting those up, making little pouches, thumbs up. and so I made those, and they didn't work that well, but it was fine. It says they had the small containers of alcohol, so it's either something like that
or mini bar
bottles. How many mini bar bottles does it take to get a bunch of kids sent to the hospital? Like, I don't think they make 151 anymore as readily available as it used to be.
Airplane shooter 151.
Exactly.
It would melt the plastic. It would.
So to send you to the hospital, either they did some heavy pre-gaming, or did they, because of what's available now, Not like back in our day. Did they go like maybe the edible or drinkable marijuana route plus alcohol equals Spin City? Not good for a prom.
Yeah, they have more options now.
I wonder that the school systems or the administrators involved didn't just see these kids and go, well, they're drunk. We can't be responsible for that, so we got to send them out to the alcohol.
500 kids, they're like, we're going to wait till they vomit on the dance floor.
School officials said those who brought in the alcohol, this according to Fox 35 Orlando, have been identified, will be disciplined. SCPS also says
so close to graduation.
That type of behavior will not be tolerated at school events. You still get to graduate, though, right?
Yeah, but no walking. Your parents are going to be so disappointed.
What
if it is a flag on your record? That could probably mess you up for college.
But I think the worst thing they could do for you, and I'm curious, how much this still means to high school kids. The worst thing they could do for you is not let you walk at graduation. Like that was the only feather in their cap. That was the biggest thing they could threaten you with to keep you in line as a senior from not acting out and doing stupid stuff, was saying that you can't walk with your friends at graduation. And I'm sure there are a couple of kids who would go, who the hell cares?
Yeah, but their parents would be like, don't ruin this for me. I'm bringing all the cousins from Indiana.
There was a really popular story around my high school of like a couple years before I was there. And it was something that happened at one of the final band concerts of the school year. Because usually you would have like a winter concert and a spring concert. And
a lot of people go to that, Ceiling?
It's just for parents. I don't see a whole lot of people who are not involved with the band program going to see the spring concert.
I would always go see the jazz ensemble concerts.
Well, yeah, that's a good time.
I would not.
Man, and Popka High School had such a great jazz drummer.
I think we had some great drummers come through our.
Let's not do the nerd out thing with you two right now.
Here's the thing. Well, no, but this is something Fritz is going to nerd out with me. Because Fritz is a player of fine percussion instruments.
ChatGPT said that would be for later on in the show.
You don't know what ChatGPT said about this.
No, I think it said segment 2, jazz talk.
You want this show to really kick?
Really pop!
Jazz talk. So, Fritz, you're familiar with the timpani, which most people just call the kettle drums.
Yeah, those are the big ones.
At Dr. Phillips High School, there was a kid who, during the spring concert, had a timpani solo.
Mm-hmm.
I think he played in the...
AKA, he was getting laid that night, for sure.
Sabrina, he took the timpani solo and just went ape-S on the timpani. I mean, like, he had like a... I don't know what they allotted him as the band, like, in the piece of music, but he was like... And he just went nuts on his dad was like cheering in the audience, like, yeah!
That's my boy! That's my boy!
J.K. Simmons is like, you're rushing the beat.
The band director, livid. Like anybody who was in the know that didn't, that knew that this kid was going like rogue timpani solo.
This was his final. This
was his final high school concert.
And why not?
And he decided, you know what? Who's going to stop me from the biggest timpani solo you've ever seen? And they got so mad at him.
How do you do after that?
Marched him down to the principal's office and said, "You can't walk at graduation." And
because
I was
of a solo.
Because he like hijacked the concert. But that was the thing. He didn't. Did he break a school rule? Not really. Did he? I mean, yeah, you could have docked his band grade a couple points, but I think he still has the GPA to graduate.
And you know that guy's name?
What?
Buddy Rich.
Oh, I mean, I think if that were the case.
All right, you know that guy's name?
What?
Dave Grohl.
Did you just Google drummers?
Best drummers in the world, actually.
Okay.
You know that guy's name?
Uh-huh.
Hal Bain.
Hal Bain.
Hal Bain. You know,
all right, make up for it. Give me one more.
Keith Moon.
Okay, that's a good drummer. Okay. No more. But it seems to be. And so these kids, I mean, they broke the law, and so they could have, like, I don't know, they could have legal ramifications. They could talk to police about something like this.
Yeah, you can definitely get arrested for that. A timpani drum solo, probably not.
No.
Unless you really damaged all of the... Did he stab them with knives? Was that his finale?
I don't think he did.
Solo.
That would be remarkable, but no. He I don't know whatever happened to that kid. I don't even think I know the kid's name. But because it was way before I was in high school. You know what his name
was?
Well, oh gosh.
Neil Peart.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Who did Neil Peart play drums for, Sabrina?
Your mom?
But who else? I mean, definitely
did. He was known as a professor. I'll tell you that much. And
there's no need to take your time on
Rush.
this. There you go. Rush. Neil Peart, the late, great Neil Peart, drummer for
Rest in peace, big
Rush. Some people have been calling out millionaire Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Uh-oh.
What did Margarine do this time?
She her son posted or her son celebrated his birthday over the weekend. She said, "It's my baby boy's birthday. He's 22. Buy him a beer." And then she posted the link to his Venmo account, encouraging her supporters to send her son money. Okay. Users swiftly torpedoed the request as a grift from MTG, whose net worth is estimated at about, I don't know, $21.93 million, including her stock portfolio. Not only, Sabrina, is she that rich.
I didn't realize she had that money.
She's also under fire this weekend because, you see, Marjorie Taylor Greene moved a lot of her money around couple days before the Trump tariffs were announced. It says that, according to Capital Trades, which tracks the investments of politicians, Greene spent $300,000 and $750,000 in T-bonds or T-bills, treasury bonds, which, by the way, I don't know if this is legally actionable, but just off the top of my head, that sounds like insider trading.
No. Yeah, 1,000%. So good on her. I'm glad she's still allowed to go in her matching jumpsuit and shut down reporters and have press conferences out of nowhere. And do we have an update on how much the son got from Venmo?
We don't. His Venmo account is private, according to the New York Post. So Derek Greene may have gotten a whole bunch of money until Marjorie took so much flack that she quietly removed the post from X/Twitter.
She doesn't do things quietly often.
People responded to MTG, WTF, you have enough money, you could buy your own kids' birthday gifts.
Yeah, she could buy a bar.
Another added, yeah, I'm a conservative, but there's no way I'm sending a millionaire's adult son money, especially to buy beer. Another commentator rebuked her tweet.
It seems like a handout, does it not?
Kind of. I mean, it's a tone-deaf move.
Yeah.
When you're not only a person of note, celebrity or politician, but one that does well for themselves, to go, no, buy my son a beer, which I get that maybe somebody would want to buy her son a beer, but for you to say it just comes off a little, I don't know, stupid.
Yeah, but still a lot of people sent him money.
I hope not, but there's no way of knowing because we don't have access to his Venmo account, unfortunately. We're going to get to your dispatches. Just go to thenewsjunkie.com, hit record on your first dispatch. You can do it right there on the website. And
let's get to it, huh?
Yeah, I have Shelby Dawn with our first dispatch today. She was listening over the weekend, Sabrina, to the podcast, and something stuck with her.
Hey, Junkies, podcast listener. Sabrina, I just want to say I am thankful that I haven't actually put my mascara on yet this morning because I'm listening to Friday's show, and your Woke with Cats song literally had me crying.
That thing stuck in my head.
So hard. So
thank you.
Thank you for that. I needed that this morning.
I appreciate that. I had planned for quite some time on that, and like all of my parodies usually go, it did not go as I had planned. So I'm glad you still liked it.
You got a hit?
I don't know, because I thought there was a lot of reverb on my voice machine, but if you liked it, thank you.
It was a real earworm, Fritz. I'll give it. It had that Broadway pizzazz. Yeah. Well,
or if the show starts to spiral down, we'll throw it in for the first best of.
Megan from Castleberry wants to talk about going to the prom.
Okay.
Hey guys, Megan from Castleberry.
Hey Megan.
Lifetime resident of Seminole County.
Thank you for listening.
And went to Lake Howell High School.
The natural
We had our prom at the Portofino Bay, and it was awesome.
Must be nice.
Yes, we had students get in trouble for bringing alcohol in their limos. Although some of us were smart, like myself, and we bribed our limo driver with a bunch of joints.
Okay,
and he let us smog out the limo on our way. Hope you guys have a great day.
Hopefully, that limo driver got work for the future.
Oh, the deposit was in there for sure.
Just a lot of recommendations from or for future Lake Howell High School students.
Oh, maybe.
You let you smog out the limo.
I mean, if you open up the moonroof, you just have to blow up, get it out, get a bunch of gum and Tic Tacs.
I didn't rent a limo for anything. Did you rent limos for your...
Oh, we did the limo.
No, couldn't afford that.
Yeah.
Well, everyone split it.
I like how people always
and by
assume...
split it, their parents helped.
Yeah, that was the thing. People assume that my high school had the richest things, and now I'm learning that people went to SeaWorld and people went to Portofino Bay.
But your high school also had like a bunch of celebrities.
Not at the time.
But they were soon to be.
They found celebrity stardom later.
I just find it so interesting. Like Dr. Phillips, I thought it was just the NSYNC fellas, but it was so much more than that. The only thing that I have is the school across the street from my junior high had the Sons of the Bee Gees.
Oh, really? Is there?
But they wouldn't talk to us because that was a very rich high
Did
school.
they put a plaque up for that? There any kind
I saw
of
it on the
day
wiki
that they
page.
celebrated? Did they
As an
take off
adult.
school once a year?
Yeah, no, nothing. Just I didn't know it because we didn't associate with those beautiful people.
So Ryan Holmes and I both went to Apopka. And our snack bar is still called, I think, the John Anderson Snack Bar because that was our claim to fame.
Who?
John Anderson wrote Seminole Wind.
Got it.
Oh.
Look at that.
And he was from Apopka.
And there's...
So we got one.
John,
we had some football people.
You just told me who that is, and I still don't know who that is.
Also Warren Sapp, I think.
Oh, there you go. Warren Sapp. That's a big name.
But he doesn't have a snack bar.
This is very true. This is very, very true.
Now I want a snack bar.
Yeah, me too.
I want the C Lane, the Christopher Lane Memorial Snack Bar.
C Lane Snack Bar.
If it's Memorial, I'm dead though, so I don't want it yet. I want it much, much later because I intend on thriving and living a long time.
Instead of Memorial Snack Bar, what if it was the C Lane Invitational Snack Bar?
That's fun.
I invite you
to my snack bar.
To enjoy snacks. We're really getting to something here. All right, we got more of your dispatches on the way. Plus, Hidden Valley makes an announcement that nobody really needed, and possible bad news for Sabrina and Sean. I don't know how you are with Flying Fritz, but we'll find out more about that in just a bit. Plus, we have, in not too long a time, our good friend, our recently celebrated a birthday friend, Amy Coughel from Fox 35, will be joining us after the top of the hour. All that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James Miguel and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And for our Monday, it's going to be our last hot day of the next several. Highs will be climbing into the upper 80s and low 90s with a high of around 91 degrees today in Orlando. We'll be seeing a good amount of sunshine before clouds increase this afternoon. That will be out ahead of our next round of rain. This will be associated with a cold front, which will help to bring with it some scattered showers and thunderstorms overnight and into early Tuesday. Temperatures falling back into the 70s, though, by our Tuesday. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
At Rasmussen University, we offer a full suite of nursing programs from pre-licensure to doctoral, online and on campus. Programs vary by campus. Learn more at rasmussen.edu/Florida.
Help DEA keep our community safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, Saturday, April 26th. Take action right in your own home by cleaning out your medicine cabinet of unneeded medications. Keep them safe, clean them out, take them back. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent prescription drug misuse before it starts. That's DEATakeback.com.
Hurricane season will be here before you know it, and that doesn't mean it. You wait till later to think about protecting your house. You got to do it right now, and you got to do it with my friends at Reese Windows and Doors. They are helping people protect their homes. It's their biggest investment, and it's the thing that you count on to keep you and your family safe. So you need to get on the train. Get factory direct custom-made impact windows installed before hurricane season starts. And with Reese, most impact windows are installed in just 6 to 8 weeks. It's affordable, high-quality impact windows, and Reese has been installing them all over the state of Florida for over 50 years. And right now, you can win some for free. How do you do that, Sealand? Well, you just text the word WOW to 20129 for your chance to win $15,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows. Just text WOW to 20129.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out? Spruce, spruce, spruce.
It's Spruce, the new hard-working, worry-free weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people and pets. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Weeds die by the next day. Find Spruce wherever weed killers are sold.
Point! Hey, you okay? You don't normally miss those shots.
Oh, I just haven't been as regular lately, and it's making me feel sluggish.
You should try Metamucil. It's been a game changer for me. Metamucil's plant-based psyllium fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Ace, you're moving better than you were last week.
Definitely.
Metamucil keeps you moving. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Learn more at metamucil.com.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Premier Men's Medical Center restores your sex life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To restore your sex life in just one visit. Call now. 407-337-5569.
Why go to just another sports bar when you can go to Crush Yard? The food, amazing. The drinks, top shelf. Craft beers, a gajillion of them. And then the big surprise, pickleball. All indoor on pristine new courts. So that's it, right? Wrong, because we've also got ping pong, cornhole, and a full arcade for the kids. So, Kissimmee, when the temps rise, cool off with the best food, games, and fun at the hottest new spot in town. Visit crushyard.com and follow us on social for details. See you down at the yard.
Help DEA keep our communities safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, Saturday, April 26th. Take action right in your own home by cleaning out your medicine cabinet of unneeded medications. Keep them safe, clean them out, take them back. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent prescription drug misuse before it starts. That's DEATakeback.com.
Ready to give up the bottle? Drinking too much and ready for a change? Dr. Robert Malpas with CNS Healthcare in Orlando is seeking adults ages 18 to 65 who regularly consume large amounts of alcohol to take part in a medication research study. If you're ready to make a change, call CNS Healthcare at 407-425-5100 today to learn more about this research study for those who desire to drink less. Or go to cnshealthcare.com to schedule a free consultation.
Are you hiding your smile because of missing or damaged teeth? Solid Bite can help. With the latest techniques and technology, you'll be showing off your smile in no time. Call Solid Bite in Melbourne now to receive your free booklet. 321-259-8000.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
HOA and condo board members, fiber internet has never been easier. Blue Stream Fiber simplifies the switch, helping your community save up to 50% while keeping residents happy. Their step-by-step process makes upgrading hassle-free. Visit bluestreamfiber.com/radio today.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
If Bill Paxton calls F5 tornadoes the finger of God, they're...
Story out of, oh my gosh, the Huffington Post.
HuffPo.
Oh, did I take something? You have the HuffPo story?
No, I don't know. It was a weird random noise that I don't have a backup story for.
It's okay.
I apologize.
It's okay. I forgive you.
That's my Huff post.
But no, they say this woman in Rock Hill, South Carolina, got quite the surprise in her attic. But first, Fritz posted over the weekend that you were nominated for an award there.
Yeah, I was.
Congratulations.
Hey, thank you.
It's and also, of course, this is your first time ever trying this thing out.
Yes.
That is solo masturbation pornography.
Mm-hmm.
They give awards for that?
If they film it, they do.
Oh.
I scored it, by the way.
But yeah, Fritz, you scored a film. Was it a indie film? How did this happen?
I did, yeah. So there's a competition that OIF does, the Organization of Independent Filmmakers, and once a year they have 9-minute short films that they collect all over the state. And I was asked to score a film. I don't know if I want to give away too many details.
No, you don't have to.
Yeah.
But
it was my first time scoring a film. I had about 12 days to do it, and I wrote about 28 minutes worth of music for this 9-minute film.
You wrote 3 times the amount of music required of you.
Yeah, because I was nervous.
That's just a classic. That's a classic Fritz thing. I wish that I had half the motivation that Fritz has sometimes.
That's called ADHD, my dude.
Yeah, I wish I had half the Adderall Fritz had sometimes.
Yeah, me too.
With the ADHD and all.
You need a hookup?
But no, I'm good. I don't know that would help out for me today. But a woman in South Carolina.
Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations. And you're up against how many?
It was 3. There's 6 in the rom-com category, 6 movies, and 3 were nominated for best film. So I have a pretty good chance.
You're all going down.
Yeah.
Other rom-coms.
Yeah.
Well, there's a woman in South Carolina whose last name has been redacted or withheld. Her name is just Tracy.
Tracy
Doe.
Resident and single mother of 5. She says she heard a thump up above her in her house.
Okay.
And around 2:30 a.m. felt if something just ain't right. She told the Charlotte Observer when she heard noises in the attic and saw nails popping out. She thought there was some poltergeist stuff going on. It was not the devil dancing on the ceiling. It was her ex-boyfriend who had been living in her attic for about 2 weeks.
Whoa.
Classic ex.
After 12 years, they had broke up 12 years prior, and he had been living in there 2 weeks since he was released from prison, so things are going well for him.
Wow.
She never considered getting back with him, despite him claiming in letters he sent from jail that he had changed. She thought he had gone to Charlotte after his latest arrest. This is where it gets really nope.
Okay. Not even the attic stuff.
Her adult sons and nephew found him asleep in the back of the attic. They found a man. He had packed all the old coats and jackets into the heating unit and was sleeping inside the heating unit. Tracy told WCNC that her ex-boyfriend ran downstairs and out of the house before police got there. They found several Route 44 Sonic cups filled with feces and urine. According to Local 8, they also saw that the
he
ex-boyfriend...
really was not going to leave that attic.
He probably didn't have anywhere to live. They said he'd rigged the ceiling vent so he could look down at Tracy in her bedroom from his spot in the attic. that's a whole big fat no for me. The cup's full of urine and poop.
Yeah, I feel like something would have. I mean, how many cups did we determine? And forgive me if
several.
Well, 2 weeks. I mean,
2 weeks is a long time before you notice somebody's looking up at you.
But did he bring several cups in there with him, or was he moving in and out? He left and came back?
He left that convenience store with a stack of empty cups. And they asked, what do you need this for? And he said, I'm going to an office party.
No, he's going for
or something like that.
Office party. All right, we're going to do one quick dispatch, and then we got to take a break and get our friend Amy Coughel on the line.
Woohoo!
Let's go with OMG, it's Price with a dispatch.
Hey, junkies. Price here. First dispatch.
Thank you.
Fritz, what's up, my man?
What up?
So, you guys are talking about, like, celebrities that went to your high school or what made your high school newsworthy. And I can tell you that, like, my school that I went to was super low-key for a long time. Like, we didn't really have much celebrities or anything like that came out of my school.
Like Sabrina.
I can tell you that Adam Sandler's wife, she graduated from my school a year or two before me. And Carlo Brown from Queer Eye, he graduated like a year or two before me.
Oh, he's good?
Other than that, like for a long time, there just wasn't much to talk about when it came to Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School.
Oh my God.
Hey, from my part of
Wiggles and
town.
Pops.
Number one, that was his first dispatch. Great dispatch.
Yeah.
He really had us
knocked
there at
it
the
out
end.
of the park for his very
I'm excited for his second dispatch.
first ever dispatch. Should be really good. Well,
I want to make a note that it's not like movie stars, but I certainly had a lot of football players come out of my school, Chaminade Madonna.
Adam Sandler's wife is a big one, I guess.
She's featured in every single one of his movies. Thank you.
One of the least visible celebrity wives in celebrity.
I just saw a meme about her. She's in every single one of the movies that he puts together.
As what?
That's cute.
As the waitress?
As a cameo.
Yeah. A bit. Does she get speaking roles?
Sometimes, but it's a couple lines here and there.
That's the exact opposite of the dude who does Judd Apatow. Leslie Mann?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's in every one of his movies.
Did you meet the dude who does Judd Apatow?
I was thinking of the movies that he
Leslie
did.
Mann is a nice looking woman, Fritz.
Yeah, and she's a hell of an actress.
Very pretty, yes.
She's a hell of an actress. But
and
it's
the
like,
kids get in there too.
It's just, it's always like, oh, it's a new Judd Apatow movie. What a brave casting choice, casting his wife in every movie.
Well, to all the directors listening now, we're ready, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Cast me.
I don't know if you heard directors, but I can score a film.
Fritz is an award-nominated film scorer.
Yeah, happy just to be nominated.
As of late. Yeah. All right, when we come back, our friend Amy Coughel from Fox 35 will join the show. We'll find out what's on her radar, what's been going around here in Orlando on a 407 day and around the country. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Make Real Radio 104.1 #1 on your presets on our all-new iHeartRadio app and get cool stuff at Real Radio events. Get the app for free in your app store.
Traffic slowing down due to an accident on Florida's Turnpike northbound before US 27 exit 285. Keep an eye out for a crash on the beach line westbound near I-95. And there's an accident on Econ Trail near Lake Underhill Road. Traffic slowing down on I-4 through that Champions Gate area and between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center.
This report is sponsored by True Green. We're back in the miller's yard who now use True Green. Their lawn started looking like a fairway and pro golfers started showing up. They love playing this lawn. Get a PGA Tour quality lawn for as little as $1 a day at TrueGreen.com. Exclusions apply. See TrueGreen.com for details.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
Why go to just another sports bar when you can go to Crush Yard? The food, amazing. The drinks, top shelf. Craft beers, a gajillion of them. And then the big surprise, pickleball, all indoor on pristine new courts. So that's it, right? Wrong, because we've also got ping pong, cornhole, and a full arcade for the kids. So, Kissimmee, when the temps rise, cool off with the best food, games, and fun at the hottest new spot in town. Visit crushyard.com and follow us on social for details. See you down at the yard.
Celebrate 30 years of Tijuana Flats epic meal deals. Now, you know them for Taco Tuesday. They've made every day special now. Get Dos Tacos, chips, and a drink for only $8.88 every day, only at Tijuana Flats.
Spring has sprung and it's full tilt boogie time at GiveMeTheVin.com, America's best car buyer.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Get ready for fun family gatherings by replacing your old windows and doors with beautiful designs from Renewal by Andersen. One reason, they're customizable. Choose from a variety of styles and finishes to match your home's aesthetic, with each product custom built to fit your home's exact specifications. James says installation went smoothly. Installers polite and professional and hardworking. Take advantage of Renewal by Andersen's 1 month only sale. $300 off all windows, $825 off patio doors, plus $0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 18 months. Bonus offer. First 50 callers get a free True Scene screen upgrade. Call Renewal by Andersen today for your free design consultation. It's simple. Dial pound 250 from your cell phone. That's pound 250. Say the keyword best windows and be connected in seconds. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia, official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. License number CGC 1527613.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZzzQuil.
ZzzQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZzzQuil nights. Explore our products at ZzzQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Point! Hey, you okay? You don't normally miss those shots.
I just haven't been as regular lately, and it's making me feel sluggish.
You should try Metamucil. It's been a game changer for me. Metamucil's plant-based psyllium fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Ace, you're moving better than you were last week.
Definitely.
Metamucil keeps you moving. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Learn more at Metamucil.com.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here from Greenway Kia. By now, you've heard about the auto tariffs, but at Greenway Kia, we planned ahead. We've been stocking up on new Kias at all 3 locations. Drive home the new Kia you want tariff-free. Like new 2025 Kia Sorento SUVs for only $179 per month for 24 months with 0 security deposit. We want to see you in a Kia. Visit greenwaykias.com.
Qualified applicants through KFA includes $650 acquisition fee, 10,000 miles per year, $49.95 at inception, plus tax title license, $899 dealer, and $249.50 doc fee. Expires 5/5/25.
Hush, little baby, yes you can. Mama's gonna buy you a prepaid plan. And with that Florida prepaid plan, Mama's gonna send you to college land. And when you're free to pursue your dreams, Mama's gonna watch your future beam.
With a Florida 529 prepaid plan, you can save for your little one's future. Plans start at $29 a month. Open enrollment ends April 30th.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
You're listening to the News Junkie. Proceed towards your undoing.
More coming up.
Oh, yeah.
I think we'll have Amy eventually. If she ends up calling in, just give me a heads up and we'll get to her.
I will for sure.
But she's
you haven't announced the news. I mean, it did make headlines, but I imagine it was in the stories there, the stack.
Right. No, I didn't actually print it out. There was a guy who a lot of people in the Central Florida area know the name of, especially even if you didn't know his name. You've seen many of his properties. In fact, we were talking about prom and homecoming parties earlier, and I definitely went to a few of them that were at various Westgate resorts, but David Siegel had passed away, and Amy Coughel, we were hoping to link up with her. She was going to interview David's wife,
yes,
Jackie.
Yep. Also friend of the
station. Been in here plenty of times. The Queen of Versailles.
Documentary is fascinating.
Oh yeah. They're a fun bunch to watch.
So I imagine that it's still going on just a little bit. So hopefully we'll talk to her a little bit later, or maybe schedule it for another day.
We can connect with her later. That's fine.
I can only send her so many texts without being like a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Why you just blowing up Amy Coughel?
I'm like, do you even care about our show?
It was just her birthday, Sabrina.
Oh, and I sent her a birthday wish.
I did. I sent her the thing that I send everybody now. It's just the video where they sing her name and all that kind of crazy stuff.
It says HBD and then just a thumbs up.
No, it's
he does the YouTube one.
There's a YouTube channel that, and I mean, good on them. They have made a video for every common name you can think of for birthdays. And so, like, if for yours, I would send a happy birthday, Jeff. They probably even have a Jeffrey.
Oh, yeah, probably.
And then there's just the rest of it is just chaos. Like, really, really fun chaos. And, dinosaurs breathing fire and,
cats, I believe.
There are a lot of cats. A lot of fun stuff, Fritz. So,
spoiler alert.
You'll get one for your birthday.
Hey,
when's your birthday?
January 7th.
Ooh, missed it this year. So, next.
Hopefully there's next year.
Okay.
You sound like my grandmother. Who said that for the last time? A few years back. A Long Island man is suing a hospital in Queens, Jamaica Hospital. This guy is 64 years old, and I kind of feel for this guy. He says he's had this like hard childhood, and that some of his family members kind of bullied him growing up, saying that they don't think he looks like one of them.
What?
And that they don't think he is one of them, so they treated him differently, and he said he had a tough time. He says that he had a tough time connecting with his family and really feeling like he belonged, and he never knew why. And now Kevin McMahon, 64 years old, is suing Jamaica Hospital in Queens over the alleged screw-up that occurred May 26th of 1960. Says DNA test confirmed his painful nagging suspicion that he wasn't his parents' biological son. It was like the missing piece in a jigsaw puzzle. McMahon works in telecommunications. He was raised in Richmond Hill, Queens. Says it explained everything about why my childhood was the way it was. So this guy is born in this Jamaica hospital in Queens.
Yeah.
He has the same last name as another baby, which there should be like a protocol just right there. If there's two babies with the same last name, they should be as far apart from each other as possible.
Yeah, different colored toe tags.
Yeah,
do we put those on babies?
I think so.
Right.
Yeah, no, they do. And this was back when I think that they had like the baby room where you just walked by and all the babies were in the same room. Like
people could steal them.
You had the baby, right? And then they took it away from you and let you kind of chill. Whereas that was not.
And you scream, "Where's my baby?"
Not the case for me. They're like, you have the baby, and the baby just stays here with you, barring any sort of tests that need to be performed or its first bath. I think even the first bath they do right in front of you.
I'd have them do everything.
Like what?
Yeah, show me how to work this thing, I would say.
Yeah, up until I have to bring it home. But by all means, I know you're going to charge me $100,000, so take it away, doctors.
Is that how much it costs to have a baby?
It's pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Especially if you want like the IVF stuff.
Do they have tariffs on babies now?
Only if you import them, Fritz. only if they come from that island that just has penguins on it.
Yeah, but if you invest in the stock now, you're going to be baby rich.
Yeah,
Invest in baby futures.
How many of you guys are looking at the stock market just like waiting for like buy-in season?
Haven't looked at it today, Fritz.
That's not good. Not doing good. Well,
today, I mean, I have it on the list. I'm absolutely going to be, investing.
Yeah,
so I'm buying all the fear. But go on, babies.
So, I'm back to this Long Island man. He's suing the hospital for switching him at birth with another baby born minutes apart with the same last name. He grew up, he says, tormented by some family members because they suspected he wasn't a blood relative. But I guess in the 1960s, there was nothing to do about that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't go calling the hospital asking if they made a mistake.
They didn't even have DNA. I mean, they did, but not testing.
Right. They had the DNA.
That was like baby boomer time.
You just couldn't take a look at it.
They had like fertility clinics, and the doctors were like, I'm just going to use my semen.
There was that one. That was a hell of a documentary.
Or he had like 40 different siblings.
He finally learned the devastating truth in 2020 when the woman he knew as his sister, Carol Vignola, submitted her DNA to the genetic database Ancestry.com and discovered she had a biological brother she was unaware of, according to Kevin's lawsuit filed in Queens Civil Court. The other man was named Ross McMahon, and he had been born 45 minutes apart from Kevin at the same hospital. The infants were given consecutive birth certificate numbers, both tagged Baby McMahon, and then allegedly just swoop handed to the wrong parents. You're Baby McMahon 1, you're Baby McMahon 2, and you're going with that one, and you're going with that one, even though they don't belong to you.
Yeah, that sucks.
The DNA results confirmed her longtime gut feeling that her brother wasn't related to you because of his darker eyes and complexion.
And by your gut feeling, I mean you bullied him his entire adolescence?
This guy sounds like he had it hard.
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
You're
It's
not
sad.
a McMahon. Did the hospital, I mean, if you're the hospital, do you go, hey, that's crazy, another McMahon was born down the hall?
Let's put these babies right
Or
next
do
to
you
each other.
Do you just shut up? Do you just keep it tight-lipped?
I mean,
because you don't know how bad you could screw this up.
I feel like at that point there was probably a lot of babies happening.
Right.
So it's like one after the other, and let's just put them here and there, and y'all got to get out of here because we got another one giving birth.
Well, this guy is 64 and probably wouldn't even have concrete evidence of this had A, his sister not submitted to Ancestry.com her DNA, and B, the other McMahon baby, Ross McMahon, because that's how his sister found the kid. And so in January 2021, it says Kevin took his own test and got the results confirming he was not, in fact, genetically related to the family that raised him. He also learned he had his own biological brother named Keith. The two sets of siblings later took additional blood tests to prove that they were definitely a match to each other. Looking back, the woman he knew as his paternal grandmother and the man he called dad had long suspected he wasn't related to them and treated him like a loathed outsider.
That's so
sad.
That's so sad. And so he's suing this hospital, which 64 years later,
Ruined his childhood.
Do you think there's a single person at that hospital still working there who was there 64 years ago?
Probably not.
So it's like the hospital
Maybe
gets
it's
sued.
like high up there, someone who's now on the board instead of the top doctor when he was born.
Someone who made terrible financial decisions for 60 years.
Yeah, the hospital gets sued. They have nobody there that was remotely related to the original incident, but they're still on the hook for it because it was a huge mistake.
Yeah.
The lawyer, McMahon's lawyer, Jeremy Shiowitz,
Watch your mouth.
said the hospital failed to double check its procedures. This wasn't a fluke. Sounds kind of like a fluke to me, Shiowitz.
Sounds like a big old
It's kind of a fluke, but he says this was a preventable tragedy, of which I would agree. And he's seeking unspecified damage from Jamaica Hospital and wants it to admit its mistake. With the rise of DNA testing, we're going to see more of these stories come to light. Kevin's just happens to be one of the first. How much money do you think, like it says they're seeking an undisclosed amount, how much money do you think it's worth to learn that you have spent 64 years?
I mean, emotional damage.
That you cannot get back. Is
this a highly profitable
hospital? Who knows? I mean, it's been around a long time on account of the 64 years.
Like a cool mill.
Can we put this on the Mo list?
We can put it on the Mo list.
Because people who are
looking to sue their
incarcerated
childhood trauma
wrongly, they usually get a pretty decent payout. Or if not, it's like a lump sum of like $6,000 a year.
Yeah, but this guy's been free the whole time. He's just had what you could argue is a real crappy life.
Yeah.
Heavyweight?
PTSD, mental and emotional scarring.
I mean, he seems to be doing all right for himself.
you don't know.
He works in telecommunications.
No, he's not happy.
Why not, Fritz? There's a lot of fun telecommunication stuff you can do, right?
I'll answer that off air.
Vignola, his sister, said she first started wondering if McMahon was actually her biological brother when she was around 7 years old. Now she's a couple years older than him. He was laying.
It is weird that people will have that like preternatural ability to be like, You're not my brother, right? Isn't that odd?
But with that, they're like, we're going to help you find your real parents. No, actually, we're going to give you decades of abuse.
Yeah.
Live in the basement. Make you feel like an outsider.
Never a moment with either your brothers where you're like, that's not an Ilgen Fritz.
No, we all behaved like Ilgen Fritzes.
And my siblings and I look exactly the same.
Same.
That's true, yes.
We just, both of our parents truly had sex with each other.
Oh,
okay.
And gave birth to the same four.
All right.
We had a VHS to prove it.
Good for, okay.
That's
Good for
nasty. It was a DVD.
People used to do that back in the day. The sister said he was laying on his bed, bunk bed without a shirt on. I was probably 7, and I was looking at him, and I said, Kevin, you came from the milkman.
Oh, God.
Because his shirt was off?
Yes.
You have 3 nipples, Kevin.
Turned to my mother and said, Mommy, why doesn't he look like us? Her mom snapped back, don't you ever speak like that, Carol. That's your brother. Well, at least Mom...
That's your brother.
At least Mom tried to get people to believe. And also, if not for... Because I'm sure that they have no idea there was another McMahon baby at the hospital, right? So if Kevin looks like the milkman's baby, that's on the mom. That's the only reason she wants them to believe that everything is hunky-dory.
What if they decided to, adopt, then... maybe the kids would have gotten more of a talking to, but she didn't know.
No.
She just thought that was her baby, and she left that baby like it was her baby.
Like I said, unless, and I think they would have started asking questions a long time ago if the nurse had gone into the birthing suite and been like, that's so crazy that you're a McMahon. There's a McMahon right over there, just born 15 minutes apart, whatever it was.
They're
they
like,
have
"Go
consecutive
long."
birth certificate numbers. What could go wrong?
Spelled the exact same way, like McMahon.
Yes.
It happens, right?
That's very rare to be
Or you
at
have to have cool last
the
names.
same hospital in the same day.
Or unique baby names. This is very important. For
They had unique. One was
future
Kevin
parents.
and one was Ross, but they just
Like I said, unique
went to the
names.
wrong place. You don't think Ross is very unique?
No. I think Ross
Take that,
is
Ross.
Ross and Kevin and Mark, Mike
and Jeff,
Steve, Jeff.
Wow.
So all
I
names.
think those are very common
She's
names.
just coming at everybody.
But they're common names. I'm sorry, I'm not coming at anybody. They're common names, man.
All right. Well, what do
You
you
have so
think?
much hatred in your heart.
Oh my God. Because they're common.
Send in your dispatches. Let us know what you think about this. How much money do you
Sabrina.
think this guy is entitled to for 64 years of living with the wrong family? We'll go to a couple really quick before we take a break. And if we don't catch up with Amy, then
We'll try again tomorrow.
tell her we said happy birthday.
It's probably because I'm here.
Wow. That would not be an Amy thing.
No, that's a me thing. I have to work on myself.
No,
I have to work on myself first.
You have to work
guys.
on nothing, Fritz. You're perfect. Let's go to Big Al with a dispatch.
Big Al
on the News Junkie app.
So you're talking about that guy from New York, from Jamaica Hospital. There was really no security back then. There was no electronic, bands they put on you or anything like that. As a matter of fact, my mom and dad told me a story that when I was born up north in the hospital at 65, they would not let her leave with me until he came back with $300 cash to pay the hospital bill.
What?
Whoa. Which is crazy that they would hold somebody there because of that. Anyway, I don't know. It's messed up. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
Thank you, Big Al. That $300 cash doesn't sound like that bad of a deal for having a baby.
I mean, that's a lot of money back then, though. And also, doctors were walking around smoking cigarettes, blowing smoke in little kids' faces.
This is true.
And we turned out just fine.
Yeah, good for you. With all the unique names Sabrina got, and we didn't get Jeffrey.
Sorry.
Over in Brevard County, there was a very scary situation over the weekend. And I don't know how I would react because I think it's scary enough to be in an aircraft crashing. It's not a crazy thing to say. A helicopter crashed in Brevard County. A Hiller H-23D helicopter crashed in a baseball field near Huntington Lane in Rockledge, Florida. And it says 3 people were on board and 2 patients were airlifted to a trauma center. And I go...
On the helicopter.
I'm already in one terrifying helicopter crash, and I'm not doing great. And they go, listen, Mr. Lane, we need to act quickly. We're going to have to put you on another helicopter.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if there's anyone I would trust the most, it's the medevac.
I was trusting the original helicopter pilot. That should have been enough.
Very true.
But I don't think,
no, I'll take the train, please.
In the place where it was, I don't know that an ambulance would have been good enough. Or out in Rockledge, I don't know where the nearest trauma center is.
God, those things are not physically possible. No, thank you.
What not physically possible?
Helicopters.
Yeah.
Physics.
You think
It's the impossible machine.
This really weird, magic machine?
Yeah, in the case of physics, it does not make sense and very dangerous in that sense.
Well, the FAA was investigating.
Are you doubting me? There's helicopter crashes all the time.
Well, there was this time, and unfortunately, some people had to be airlifted to the trauma center. I don't have an update on their condition, but it was a scary situation over in Brevard. Apparently, it was in this baseball field. Luckily enough, there wasn't any baseball games going on at the time, but I did see from a bunch of people that were sending links to this story that it was like a very visible place. A lot of people saw what happened and said it was super scary. So thoughts out to the victims in that crash. We're going to get to more of your dispatches next. Plus, I said I had some bad news for you and Sean, Sabrina.
Awesome.
We'll get to that. I also have to pay off the teas of the best captain. What do you call himself? The best MFN
Tarpon
charter boat captain in the world. He's finally facing some actual legal trouble for his latest run-in with the fisherman out in Punta
and the world,
Gorda.
it seems like, because I saw it everywhere.
It was nice to unplug from that for a little bit over the weekend and just lay around in the pool and not hear about the charter captain or the tariffs, I think is what they're calling, any of that stuff. But we'll get to that. Plus your dispatches. Go record your first dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com. That's all coming up next on The News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Road resurfacing continues on the express lanes of State Road 429 southbound approaching Independence Toll Plaza. Those express lanes are closed. Keep an eye out for a disabled vehicle off to the shoulder on Florida's Turnpike northbound before US 27 exit 285. Traffic still slowing down on I-4 before US 27 and through that World Drive area. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
John is in a hot tub on his vacation. He earned 20,000 points by spending $2,000 with his Navy Federal Credit Union More Rewards card. To be clear, you don't have to vacation in a hot tub to redeem this offer. But John did, because the bubbles make him happy. Right now, you can earn 20,000 points when you spend $2,000 in the first 90 days. Offer ends January 1st, 2026. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA. Visit NavyFederal.org for details.
You know the biggest hassle with selling your home with the Nickley Group? Figuring out where to put the sofa in your new home. Because your old home won't be on the market for long. TNG listings sell 2 times faster and for an average of 6% more. Why wait around hoping your home will sell in time for you to move into your new place? Trust the experts at the Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty to get your home listed, shown, and sold. Get a guaranteed cash offer on your home today at thenickley.com.
If you're thinking about going to nursing school but aren't sure how to get started, join us at Galen College of Nursing's upcoming open house. Here, you'll meet with friendly and helpful faculty, current students, and academic advisors who can help you get comfortable with admissions and enrollment. Plus, you'll tour our campus and learn all about Galen's personalized student support. RSVP now for our open house on Tuesday, April 22nd from 4 to 6 p.m. by visiting galencollege.edu/Orlando.
This is big. Rent-A-Center's biggest discount is on.
From April 6th to April 12th, take 50% off the total cost to own on all items in-store or online. Only at Rent-A-Center. 50% off offer reduces the total amount necessary to acquire ownership pursuant to rental purchase agreement. Offer valid on new agreements entered into April 6, 2025 through April 12, 2025. Participating locations only.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. With Life Imaging FLA, they have partnered up with the Carla K Cancer Screening Fund to assist those who are in need. If you're at high risk of cancer or you're facing financial hardship, you may qualify for this financial assistance for a full body scan for cancer. I started this nonprofit organization, so I think everybody should get that cancer screening. If you haven't tried, you should give them a call. And here's what's great about Life Imaging FLA. They're giving out free heart scans all the time. They've saved the lives of so many of our listeners by them picking up their cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan. There's a few minimum requirements, but this is a $699 value that is definitely worth it. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds. It is a great thing to do. You either find out you have blockage and you get it taken care of, or you have peace of mind and you know your heart is fine. And ask about the cancer screening. It is super important. It's a great, great organization. It's Life Imaging FLA. Tell them Russ and the Monster sent you.
Don't get suckered into the same old free phone game by Big Wireless. There is a better way. Pure Talk, my sponsor, my wireless company, has a better offer. The brand new free Samsung Galaxy with qualifying plan for $35 a month. You get unlimited talk, unlimited text, 15 gigs of data, all on America's most dependable 5G network. Just dial pound 250, say the keyword Pure Talk for your free Samsung Galaxy with qualifying plan. Pure Talk, wireless by Americans for Americans.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
When interacting with wildlife, hello, monkey, is not the ideal conversation starter.
Lots of people chiming in on a bunch of the stuff we've been talking about. This guy in Long Island that was switched at birth 64 years ago. The Ancestry.com thing, like the whole idea that they're just building databases of DNA has really, I think, kind of scared a lot of older people that
shooketh.
Might not know or that might have thought they got away with something.
Imagine giving a gift like that to your dad for Christmas.
Is this something that happened?
And we'll call it a friend of mine.
Okay.
And it's just something interesting the family could do all together. And you turn that person's world upside down. Like, give them a piece of information that they would not have known had it not been for a Christmas gift that was once thought to be thoughtful.
Do you have to
That's
go
scary.
Do you go back to the person who gave the gift and just go, "Hey, what the hell, man?"
Oh, now it's going to be ties and socks moving forward.
You just ruin a whole family dynamic.
But the real gift was the existential crisis. You're welcome.
Somebody actually chimed in. I don't know who this is, but somebody that went to high school with me that was there for the story of the rogue timpani player. And they got the band director's name right. The story's 100% true, and I remember the look of bewilderment on their face when it happened. Hope you're well, C. Lane. I am good. Thank you for chiming in. Thank you for texting. You can text us at 77031 whenever we are live, and we can read your texts, and sometimes we'll read them back to you. Sometimes we'll just let them go out into the ether. But that was the ether thing. And then somebody says, "Oh, Fritz, my son shares the same day as your birthday, January 7th, which makes you a Capricorn, I believe."
That is correct, the Mundo.
I only know that
Look
because...
at you, Zodiac guy.
Oh, no, I am not Zodiac guy. I only know that
love
because...
Zodiacs. I love Zodiacs.
My mother's birthday, it's too close to the moon and I don't like the moon. But my mother's birthday is 3 days later, Fritz. So.
Aw. Mama Lane?
Mama Lane is a fellow Capricorn. There is some good news,
I'm sorry to hear that, by the way.
Why?
Because we are very difficult.
My mom's fine.
Okay.
She never struck me as particularly difficult.
You're also just fine. What are you talking about?
Who finds you to be difficult?
A whole world, it seems.
This sounds like a Darcy conversation.
No, it's not Darcy. It's my family.
Oh, she doesn't find you. Got you.
I feel like there's difficulty in all the zodiacs.
No,
but
it's-
especially sea lion.
Well, you know what? Let's get my manager, Chris Applegate, on the horn. Let's see what he has to say about me.
So, what were you saying, Celine?
There's good news, possibly for fans of nitrous oxide gas, also known as laughing gas.
Laughing gas.
Or whippets.
It's not the same as like the nitrous boosters.
No, it's not.
You can die if you try to.
Or it's not the same as.
But you run very fast. Right before death.
Wait. Does that mean that scene in
Fast and Furious?
There was a Chris Farley, David Spade movie.
Yeah, that was inaccurate.
Did you think
they were? Well, no, they were
using facts in movies like that?
They were
too?
driving a vehicle that had the nitrous booster, and then like they hit a pothole.
They're like, when you're here, we're family.
And it came undone, or there was a hole in it, and they all got really high from the nitrous oxide, even though it was just a nitrous booster. That was
fiction.
Very stretch in comedy. But nitrous oxide, better known as laughing gas, often used to ease anxiety in dental patients.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That I have used in the dentist's office. Paid extra for it, and I'm glad I did.
A new study shows it may stimulate certain neurons and brain circuits related to emotion and behavior and potentially be used to treat major depression. So if you are somebody who struggles with depression, it seemed like an easy line to draw.
When you're on it, you're not depressed. What about when you're done?
That I think is the next study. The problem with this is it says laughing gas may help treat people with depression when antidepressants don't work, which you go, all right, thumbs up. That's a great idea. But I think they even admit in the article here that the scientists don't exactly know why.
Perfect. So let's put out that article just in case.
Yeah. Nitrous oxide, it says, has been used for nearly 200 years for anesthesia and pain relief. Dentists often administer the gas to people undergoing tooth extractions, root canals, and other procedures. I know this very well. I had 4 teeth pulled in the same day whilst preparing to get braces.
Hot damn.
And they were in each just opposite corners of my mouth. So the whole thing was numb for the rest of the day.
You're talking about local anesthetic. We're talking about nitrous gas.
No, they do both.
Oh, okay.
The nitrous, like it's a really like cushy baby you kind of procedure to get to the shot, because the shot is what you fear the most. So they go, all right, tell you what, before we give you the shot, we're going to give you some numbing cream. And before we give you the numbing cream, we're going to make you super high.
Now we're talking.
I was like, all right, I'm good with that. Why would I not go the laughing gas route? The sedative gas, which is inhaled through a mask or nose piece, or sometimes, I don't know, a balloon, has been studied as a possible treatment for depression. New research from the University of Pennsylvania offers deeper insight into why the gas seems to help people who have not found relief through several commonly prescribed antidepressants, which I know that if you're on antidepressants, there are certain jobs that just won't let you continue doing the job. Most notable,
don't tell them about it.
Well, most notable is if you're an airplane pilot, you can't fly a plane on antidepressants. So if you're an airplane pilot and you are depressed, you must fly the plane depressed. You just
even scarier. Because they can't ask you to list all your medications. That's like a HIPAA thing, right?
I don't know if it changes in that particular industry. I'm getting people from the texting service for it saying it is the same gas.
Yeah,
as
I'm
the
also
car.
saying that now, but I think in cars it's a liquid.
Oh well, it's a liquid, but then it's sort of like.
So maybe that's why I was thinking, because in the movie it's a gas.
Right.
But I think it's gas like a liquid gas.
I think it's compressed liquid, like your LP tank.
Right.
Your propane.
Yeah. Well, hey, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I know nothing about cars and I know nothing about dentistry, so there we go.
What do you know about nitrous oxide, though? It seems like you kind of skipped that.
Oh, whippets? Oh, I love whippets.
I mean, but back in our day, it was like something completely different, and we had these balloons, and now you just
I never did the balloons.
You go to the store, and they have it like, here's crazy fun gas, ready to go. Like the kids have it easy once again.
That's the thing here. They say that because antidepressants obviously come in pill form and nitrous does not, people have to see if you want this treatment, you can't just go out and start buying it. I mean, you shouldn't. People have to see a provider trained to administer the gas at antidepressant levels. More research into how long the positive effects last on mice and whether it has the potential to rewire the brain is needed. The other problem is the abuse of nitrous oxide, commonly known as doing whippets, is on the rise. Products have been available on Amazon, eBay, Walmart, and in smoke shops and gas stations under a variety of names, including Cosmic Gas, Galaxy Gas, Hot Whip, Infusion Max, Baking Bad, Mass Gas, Miami Magic, and Whippet. That is a lot of brands that just got a shout out in this Penn State study for their nitrous oxide.
I was in a band, by the way. We had a rhythm guitarist, and we went on like our first out of the city gig. We were going to Gainesville, and we were all in our like tour van, with the trailer.
Okay.
And he gets out this canister and just starts blowing up these balloons, and we're looking at him like, "What the hell are you doing?" And then we realized he's not a good fit for the band.
It's a birthday party.
You kicked him out of the band because he was doing whippets?
No, he kicked himself out of the band twice.
Oh.
Yeah.
As he inhaled?
No, he just
came down.
He it's a long story.
Oh.
It wasn't a good fit, let's just say that.
All right,
You know what that guy's name is?
Yep.
Flea.
Did you look up rhythm guitarist?
No. He's a bassist.
He is.
So
let's go to you. Your dispatches are lining up right here on the newsjunkie.com. Send in your dispatch, hit record, and tell us what you think about any of the stories we've been talking about, or if it's something you want to just bring up yourself. That's fine. We could do that too. Aunt Net wants to talk about a switched baby. Here you are.
When my son was born in 88, it was up in Nashville, Tennessee. He was born late at night. There were a few complications. I was able to see him for a little while, and then they took him to the nursery and was handling his medical issues. Bright and early the next day, nurse comes in with baby and asks me to identify my baby. His little band slipped off his leg, and they wanted to make sure that was my baby. And I had him late last night. I only saw him once.
I only just met the kid.
Time. Well, he was my baby. He looks exactly like his father. So
can't just put him on the ground, see who he crawls to?
Yeah. That would be weird because that's right. Like if you just met this baby, you don't know exactly what it looks like. I'm sure if somebody had shown me another baby, I might be a little confused. Although Jackson, when he was born, had like a really squished head. Like he looked like he had that
That's
alien.
my boy.
He had that alien baby thing, because of all the pushing and the reshaping from the process.
Did you guys do the helmet?
What helmet? No, we didn't. There was no.
Oh, right.
Like a reshaping for his head helmet.
Yeah.
No, nothing like that. That thing kind of fixes itself after the first.
You have to massage it or something.
After the first day. No, you don't got to do any of that.
What do they do now? Do they just tattoo him? What do they do?
I thought they mesh it together.
That's what I thought you do if you have like multiples, like twins, triplets, and you want to be able to tell them apart.
Like a quick branding?
Do like a little tattoo.
Yeah.
That might just be something you hear about. John Coop is here with a dispatch about nitrous oxide.
So, hey, the nitrous in your car is the same nitrous as a whippet or at the dentist's office.
That is rad.
All right, guys, peace.
That is rad.
Enjoy your holiday.
Learn something about drugs every day.
It's so weird that it makes the car go faster,
and it
but
slows
the human goes a little bit slower on the nitrous oxide. And I don't have a description here. He might be trying to tell us the same thing. Grass Chopper is on the news.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hi.
Nitrous oxide. It's a great thing. Me and my buddies up in Ohio used to go to Summit Racing and get a tank filled and just have one hell of a night. Oh, felt like crap the next day. Your mind's like mush. But then they caught on to it and they started putting sulfur in the nitrous tank for the car. So it smelled like, it tasted like rotten eggs. It was terrible. About 3 dozen coffee filters, and it was clean enough to
Okay.
breathe. But
I don't know that we need to give advice on this. Thank you, Grass Chopper.
Good dispatch.
Thank you for the dispatch. Yours could be next. You can reach out to the show by going to thenewsjunkie.com and hitting record on your first dispatch. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
Thank you for asking. What's coming up on the next episode? Minecraft movie smashes the box office, but what's better than that? An unfinished bootleg circulating online. Nearly 50,000 people have signed a petition to rename an international airport. Hint, it's not Dallas-Fort Worth into Diddy-Fort Worth Airport. Plus, oops, she's doing weird stuff on Instagram again. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Today on The Big Show, how long should you wait between meals? Plus, do you feel safe in Orlando? At 4:20, we'll talk some sports with Brandon Kravitz. For trivia, tickets to Brews Around the Zoo, UB40, and the Orlando Valkyries. And we'll end it up with Ray Trinley from TK Law. Plus, your calls, texts, and talkbacks.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
Hey, Central Florida, and happy Monday. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast. And for today, it's going to be our last hot day of highs right around the low 90s. A high of around 91 today in Orlando. We'll say mostly dry. However, increasing clouds can be expected throughout the course of this afternoon. That will lead to increasing shower and storm chances, specifically late tonight and into early parts of our Tuesday. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Bank of America. What if your business could see beyond what is and into what can be? Whether you're a local shop or global enterprise, Bank of America gives you access to a range of business solutions to help make every move matter. What would you like the power to do? Find out how at bankofamerica.com/banking for business.
Over 100 million people around the world have felt the thrill of Broadway's most spectacular musical, Disney's The Lion King. And now you can too. Experience this breathtaking theatrical event and see why the New York Times declares there is simply nothing else like it.
Don't miss The Lion King, returning to Dr. Phillips Center April 23rd through May 18th. Visit drphillipscenter.org to get your tickets now.
Sunnyside drains.
Water is backing up from my drains, and there's a nasty smell coming from them.
Ooh-wee, that is bad.
Wait, how are you smelling it too?
You should call someone about that.
I should have called Frank Gay. I'm calling Frank Gay.
When your drains are backed up, you need a highly skilled technician who's not afraid to get a little dirty. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
At Florida Prepaid, we're here for all the grinders, the go-getters, the gifted, the talented, the unique, the spirited. We're here for the well-to-do, the just getting started, the budgeters, the big spenders, and everyone in between. Because we believe that every child deserves higher education, and our goal is to help families save for it by making it simpler and more affordable than ever before. So every child has the opportunity to shine. Plans start at just $29 a month. Open enrollment ends April 30th.
It's Ram Truck Month, where right now at your local Ram dealer, well-qualified current Chevrolet, Ford, or GMC lessees get a low-mileage lease on the 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorn Quad Cab 4x2 for $369 a month for 42 months with $3,999 due at signing. Tax, title, license extra, no security deposit required. Call 1-877-RAM-5722 for details. Requires dealer contribution and lease through Stellantis Financial. No turn-in of competitive vehicle required. Extra charge for miles over 35,000. Not all customers will qualify. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by 4/30/25.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZQuil.
ZQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZQuil nights. Explore our products at ZQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out? Spruce, spruce, spruce.
It's Spruce, the new hard-working, worry-free weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people and pets. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Weeds die by the next day. Find Spruce wherever weed killers are sold.
What if I
I can guarantee the price of Bitcoin will be $1 million in 2030. Well, I can't, but I can guarantee you'll save a lot of money on blinds at my company, Blindster.com. Free samples, free shipping, and guaranteed to fit. Shop at Blindster.com today.
Joe Rossi from Greenway Kia here. Tariffs are hitting the auto industry hard, but we're ready. We loaded up on brand new Kias across all 3 locations. Right now, they're in stock and tariff-free, with interest rates as low as 0% for 72 months. Plus, take $3,000 off any new 2025 Kia Sportage. We want to see you in a Kia. Visit GreenwayKias.com.
Stock number SG292557. MSRP $30,840. Qualified applicants through KFA. 0 down. $13.88 per thousand borrowed for 72 months at 0% APR financing. Plus tax title license. $8.99 dealer. $249.50 doc fee. Expires 5/5/25.
The NBA playoffs are coming, and the Orlando Magic continue to fight for their spot. Catch all the action right here on your official home for the Orlando Magic. FM 96.9 The Game. Presented by Renewal by Anderson.
At Renewal by Anderson, you can transform your home with high-quality replacement windows made with Fibrex. All delivered through a stress-free process. Call today for a limited-time offer. Superior products, exceptional service. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com. License number CGC 1527613.
From the very beginning, iHeart has believed in me.
Even now, I still get excited when I hear one of my songs playing on the radio.
Thank you, iHeartRadio, for honoring the truth I've fought for in my music.
Because we believe in the power of music. All your favorite artists, all in one place. The free iHeartRadio app.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com. If you have a 2004 or newer vehicle that's out of warranty or about to be, Endurance is urgently notifying U.S. drivers about their low-cost vehicle coverage plan designed to save drivers thousands on rising vehicle repair costs. Those who qualify can pick their plan, coverage, and repair shop. Roadside service, towing, and rental cars included. All covered repairs get paid directly to the repair shop for you. Call now for your free quote. Call 800-298-9383. 800-298-9383.
He can shred a mean guitar. She can beatbox.
Just did some whippets.
It sounds like
whoa,
it.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Speaking of which, I don't know if Dump and Dumpsters is calling me out, but I did, like, when I said it out loud, when I read in the story there that nitrous oxide had been used for nearly 200 years as anesthesia, Dump and Dumpsters said, I'd love to know what the delivery of nitrous looked like a patient 200 years ago, which, for the people not doing the math right, is 1825. 1825, they would have been giving people laughing gas and probably looked a little bit different.
Well,
than it did today.
If I'm not mistaken, because I have been today several times, ether was used beforehand, but the problem with that is that it's fast acting. So you
like
deliver
in Severance.
ether like on a rag,
and
then you just kind of hold that onto the person's nose, but then you can't suffocate them. And so every now and then you just had to keep reapplying it, and it was like a full-time job, right? So maybe it was like that?
We'll take your word for it.
Can't really put gas in a rag, but we have better things to do right now.
Watch this.
Not air, you know what I mean.
Yeah. No, I'm just doing a joke.
Let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Okay.
Because there's a lot on TV, you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day. Hold up.
Hold up is right. Because if you're looking to refinance your home, perhaps buy your first dream home, then how dare you not go to thatmortgageguyDon.com. He's the best. Literally the best. Nice guy, looking out for you, treating you like a friend and a family member, taking care of your family. And that's why when it comes to these big life decisions, you got to work with someone you could trust. Someone that I absolutely trust, and it's That Mortgage Guy Don. Start the process today by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
It's the vote campaign.
It's the vote.
With thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Hey, how are you guys? Doing all right?
Doing good.
A million things at once?
Uh-huh.
Perfect. It was 27 years ago, 1998. This guy right here.
Well, it takes a strong man, baby.
George Michael.
George Michael is
I was just
right.
thinking of Fred Durst.
This is a mix of the both. But George Michael, it was correct, and it was on this day he was arrested in a public Beverly Hills restroom for indulging in what this source called wacky wacky.
Wacky wacky.
Yes, George Michael arrested by an undercover police officer and flag on the field because the way this all went down, kind of effed up.
Was this the prostitution thing?
No.
Or am I mixing him up with Boy George?
You're mixing up with Boy George. George Michael was arrested by an undercover police officer for performing a lewd act in a public toilet. That's right. The undercover police officer got the act performed on him and then arrested him.
That's like the South Park episode.
Yeah, that is an ungrateful undercover police officer.
Yeah.
This was also the arrest that led to the public revelation that George Michael was gay. So that's a double whammy, wacky wham.
Well,
see what I did there?
Was that him trying to distract from the bigger story like Kevin Spacey did, where there was all these allegations
He
against...
was outed. He was outed. He was arrested.
No one knew he was gay.
And no one knew
no one
he was
outside
gay.
of his close
And this
circle did
undercover officer, like, after the act was done, was like, by the way, you're arrested.
Hey, we got one!
Waited till he finished, which is fascinating to me.
This question might sound a little bro-y.
Homophobic?
No, not even. He paid to do it?
No, I think it was just like a bathroom thing.
No, but I meant like he was paying to give and not receive?
I don't think any money was exchanged. It was just like a...
Oh, it was just the lewd act.
A looks exchanged.
Some people, so I saw a documentary about New York drug users back in like the early 2000s, and some people do pay to give.
Huh?
Yeah.
It's whatever.
Their thing? That's fine.
During an interview, Kenny Goss, which was George Michael's ex, reflected on the fateful day of that arrest, and noting that he just wanted to make sure Michael was doing okay, but also gave this interview to the Radio Times. Said that he was cruising for sex. It was never an issue for his relationship with Michael. Goss also discussed the media coverage surrounding Michael's arrest, which led to his outing. He was very stressed out. He took to his bed. The next morning he got up and I told him, yep, still a few helicopters up there after all the things that went down in the bathroom. So, but now he's dead.
He is.
But then he was a happy gay man.
He die on Christmas or the day after Christmas? Day after Christmas.
Yeah, which led to a whole thing.
Same day Ben Folds had that abortion.
Say what?
Very spooky.
Congratulations.
Hey, thank you.
Minecraft. You did it. They blew it out of the water, or the Minecraft world. I don't know about Minecraft.
Yeah, they used very blocky, square explosives to blow it out of the water.
But it is a hit, and it delivered in its opening weekend, significantly narrowing this year's box office deficit. No one guessed how big it was going to be, but they showed up.
I thought they were sort of...
Everyone was expecting... Yeah, you are absolutely right,
Okay,
Celine.
well,
Everyone wanted this to just
all
bomb.
I don't know about wanting it to bomb, or maybe that was part of the reason that it was kind of delivered this way, but I thought like all the buzz about Minecraft, at least Thursday and Friday leading into the weekend, was like, we're thinking this thing might be kind of a dooz.
Well,
a
the
snoozer.
opposite earned a
snoozer.
staggering $157 million in ticket sales from theaters in the U.S. and Canada, according to studio estimates on Sunday. Internationally, it's looking at an additional $144 million for a global debut of $301 million, making it even bigger than the Super Mario Brothers movie.
That's huge. Good for them.
So, congratulations.
I'm glad that Jack Black is in another huge movie.
I was going to say, it made this Jack Black movie even bigger than the last Jack
Doing
Black
well.
movie.
I even saw some kids got arrested because there's some moments that people are now like going to the theaters to cheer during the certain lines of it.
It was a $150 million movie, and it's already made $300. So
look at that.
There it is.
What are you doing with your life? The opposite of that spectrum
Minecraft.
is yet another Mexican city has denied that they're hosting Firefest 2.
All right.
not going well for them.
And it's supposed to be, what, in a month or two, I'm pretty sure?
Oh, I can't wait for these documentaries on Hulu and Netflix.
Is anyone buying tickets? What idiot.
I think, are they accepting the money? Like, if I go to firefest.com,
yeah, can we buy tickets?
Can I buy it right now?
Yeah.
I don't want to.
I don't want to either, but can you get to the last part and see if they'll accept a credit card and then close it out?
There's nowhere they're not accepting the money if they're saying it.
So I think the last was maybe even a month and a half ago. One Mexican city was like, we have no idea what Firefest or Firefest 2, but it's not going to be here. And now, as of this weekend, a second city is saying we have no idea who they are, and we have no such event happening in this space. The website initially said Firefest 2 would be held on Isla Mujeres, a Mexican island off the coast of Cancun, from May 30th to June 2nd this year. However, things took a incredibly on-brand turn when officials tasked with overseeing the permits said they had no knowledge of the existence. And McFarlane, who was just fresh out of jail, and said, let's do the second festival. You know, the first one I got sent to jail for, but why not? He pushed back, saying that it's definitely happening. And
of course he did.
Now we have
he did that the whole first time, guys. The whole first time.
He announced that it's actually going to be held in Playa del Carmen, and Playa del Carmen now this weekend says, we have no idea what this place is, this event, and we don't know who Billy.
He is a terrible promoter.
Billy McFarlane, from what I could gather from both those documentaries, which both of them are so fun to watch, I rewatch them every once in a while. They're great, great content. But it wasn't until there was like a mob of angry influencers that wanted his head on a stick that he even started to cancel. He's like, no, everything's fine. No, the bands are coming in. No, it's cool. You guys got these great tents. Here's some cheese sandwiches. So if he's saying this now, just remember what happened last time and stop giving him your money.
So I just got us 3 tickets. Check under your chair.
Son of a bitch.
Why go to Firefest when you could just go to your gaming system and Marvel Rivals, to be exact, because we have twerking heroes that are invading the space. And fans are loving it. Developers have launched a new reward cosmetic for Marvel Rivals, which has led to footage of twerking superheroes going viral across social media. And that's all the time I have, my friends. On the boob tube, we've got the NCAA championship game. Who's going to win? The Cougars? Wow. Or the Gators? Wow. American Idol on ABC. TMZ presents the Menendez Brothers, The Prison Interview on Fox. We have the stand-up special, Kill Tony, Kill or Be Killed on Netflix. And Eric Andre is going to do crazy stuff on Kimmel. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. And most importantly, stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. I think that we have rescheduled, and if everything is according to the new plan, our chat with Amy Coughel. So I think coming up after the break, we are going to check in with her and see, most importantly, how her birthday went, but also what's going on around the news. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
The all-new and improved iHeartRadio app is now available with all new features. Download it for free and make Real Radio 104.1 your number one preset for a chance to win cool stuff at Real Radio events.
Keep an eye out for a car stopped off to the shoulder on the Beach Line westbound near Severin Boulevard. There's a disabled truck off to the shoulder on Florida's Turnpike northbound before US 27. Traffic starting to slow down once you get off the ramp from Florida's Turnpike to I-75 northbound. There's still slowdowns on I-4 through that Champions Gate area. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle, founder of Blindster.com. I started Blindster in 2010 to make quality, custom-made blinds affordable to everyone. Traditional window covering retailers are expensive. Our prices are low, and our blinds are guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win a dream home makeover. Brought to you by Fairwinds Credit Union. Up for grabs is the ultimate backyard from Orlando Backyard Living, Win a roof from Eustace Roofing, solar from Solar Source, or cooling system from Mills Air. Get more details and enter all 4 of these contests by going to realradio.fm/contests.
Kevin, why is my auto insurance so expensive? I need to switch because my company raised my rates again.
I hear you, Jay. I had the same problem, but then I called Acceptance. They saved me hundreds on my car insurance.
Really?
Yes, Acceptance was great. They did all the work comparing different plans and found me the best payment options that fit my budget.
Do you have their number?
Sure do. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049.
Why pay more for auto insurance? Acceptance Insurance has offices in your neighborhood, and one call to Acceptance could save you up to 30% on your car insurance. 800-606-7049. Let Acceptance shop for you. By comparing and finding the best rates, you could save up to 30%. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049. Acceptance Insurance. We shop, you save. Restrictions apply based on Q1 2024 study of Acceptance Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number L012294.
Saturday, April 12th, grab your person and head to the Tavares Art, Wine, and Music Stroll at Wooten Park, noon to 6. While there, take the short walk to Puddle Jumpers on beautiful Lake Dora in Tavares for some lunch or dinner and cocktails. Watch the seaplanes take off, enjoy a signature dish and drink, and take in the lake life at Puddle Jumpers. The live music starts at 5. Stick around for an unforgettable sunset over Lake Dora. Puddle Jumpers in Tavares. Unique dishes and cocktails by the lake.
Ready to give up the bottle, drinking too much, and ready for a change? Dr. Robert Malpas with CNS Healthcare in Orlando is seeking adults ages 18 to 65 who regularly consume large amounts of alcohol to take part in a medication research study. If you're ready to make a change, call CNS Healthcare at 407-425-5100 today to learn more about this research study for those who desire to drink less. Or go to cnshealthcare.com to schedule a free consultation.
Why go to just another sports bar when you can go to Crush Yard? The food, amazing. The drinks, top shelf. Craft beers, a gajillion of them. And then the big surprise, pickleball, all indoor on pristine new courts. So that's it, right? Wrong, because we've also got ping pong, cornhole, and a full arcade for the kids. So, Kissimmee, when the temps rise, cool off with the best food, games, and fun at the hottest new spot in town. Visit crushyard.com and follow us on social for details. See you down at the yard.
Hey, Leesburg, this Friday night, get ready for a full night of fun and excitement at Town Square. Join us from 5 to 9 p.m. for Discover Leesburg. Experience the vibrant atmosphere of our evening market. Live music, unique finds, and delicious treats. Savor a drink, indulge in ice cream, or grab a savory snack from one of our downtown delights as you stroll and explore all that Leesburg has to offer. This Friday, discover Leesburg. For more details, visit leesburgflorida.gov. See you there.
Help DEA keep our community safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, Saturday, April 26th. Take action right in your own home by cleaning out your medicine cabinet of unneeded medications. Keep them safe, clean them out, take them back. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent prescription drug misuse before it starts. That's DEATakeback.com.
Celebrate 30 years of Tijuana Flats epic meal deals. Now, you know them for Taco Tuesday. They've made every day special now. Get Dos Tacos, chips, and a drink for only $8.88 every day, only at Tijuana Flats.
So, you finally have some time to yourself. Even if it is just the car ride home, it's you time. And look at you. Do not disturb set before you even got in the car? Impressive. You've earned this moment to just chill and drive. This break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Want to win $15,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows? Pick up your phone and text the word WOW to 20129. That's WOW to 20129.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZQuil.
ZQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZzzQuil nights. Explore our products at ZzzQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Future Health Weight Loss.
Get access to weight loss meds like Ozempic, Zepbound, and pill options if you don't like injections from FutureHealth.com. The meds eliminate hunger and cravings, while Future Health handles the rest. Best results, best price. All online with no insurance needed. Join those losing 10 pounds in their first month. Visit FutureHealth.com. Future without the E to start losing weight this week.
Future Health Weight Loss.
Data based on independent study sponsored by Future Health. Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free, new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. A place that anyone can.
And Amy Coughel from Fox 35.
Hold
Hello.
on, my thing's not working.
Oh no, did the button not hit?
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Oh God. Story of my life. Yeah, I put it on hold here, but it's not. Hold on.
Oh gosh. You do not make this woman wait. Well, we're getting Amy Coughel on the line from Fox 35 in just a second. I'm going back over
Here we
my
go. We're ready.
rundown. Amy, are you there?
Amy.
I hear you.
All right. She's here. Amy. It was a long journey, but we got there, and we're happy to have you. First and foremost, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. I love you guys.
Now,
it was good. We had a good day yesterday. It was fun. We did my two favorite things: Brad's Pizza and Portillo's chocolate cake.
Look at that. What else is
you told us that like a couple years ago for your birthday. It's
my once a year treat.
And Brad's Pizza. How did you get familiar with that? Because correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know where exactly you live, but I don't think it's close to Brad's.
It is not. It is not. That's why it's Brad's underground.
Right.
Right.
And that's why she gives
back in
plenty
the
of time.
day, Like when Brad first started, you would have to send him a message on Instagram to order a pizza. But so he actually was a teacher at Fullsail. And he would make pizzas for the kids and sell pizza. I don't know if he had a food truck or he would sell pizzas out, to the kids at Fullsail.
Talk about a hustle.
And then people were like, your pizza's really good. So he would go to Chicago. He would buy the pizza pans from Malnati's, which are Chicago style pizzas.
So it's deep dish, which Sean would argue, if he were here, is not a pizza. It's just like a casserole. But
that's controversial.
That's the eye of the beholder.
Exactly. Well, he makes other kind. He makes a thin crust too.
Okay.
What do they call it? It's like a tavern style, I think is what they call it. It's all good. Anyway, I just love it. And so, but you're right, it's not close to the house. So, Brian, my husband, drove down there. It took him, it takes him a half hour to get there, a half hour to get back, but it still tasted good. It was delicious. It was amazing.
Weirdly enough, I live very close to Brad's Underground and have never tried it.
Oh my gosh, Elaine, you do not know what you're missing, dude. You've got to try it. I'm telling you.
All right, Brad, we're coming for you.
It's in a spot, though. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's in a spot that it's almost like a ghost kitchen where there's a couple restaurants that operate out of there, and you can't eat any of them there. It's all for delivery or carry out.
Correct. Yes, that's it. Yeah, you can't eat inside. I forget what they call it. It's almost like an industrial or where you're right. There's multiple restaurants.
I mean, that makes it easier for cleanup and stuff. And Brad, I suppose.
He needs his own restaurant because I'd be there all the time.
We used to that location before it was Brad's Underground used to be it was previously a carry out only, but it was only Outback or another restaurant owned by the same group as Outback, like a Carrabba's or something like
Tony
that.
Romas.
It was something under that, and we got delivery from there all the time, especially out back.
Interesting. So it was like, instead of doing the carry out like in the kitchen at the restaurant, I guess because they would get too overwhelming, they would just do like all carry out orders and like that's interesting. That's actually smart. It's a good idea.
Yeah. I mean, I think the overhead is a little bit lower as far as number of people you have to pay, stuff like that. And you don't have to interact directly with people that can be jerks. We don't want that. Amy, I know that you are typically somebody who has quite a full dance card. Did you have to spend any of your birthday doing kid stuff? Or I know you had a big trip for the water polo team. Were you able to just do Amy stuff, or did you have everything else going on this weekend?
So no, yesterday we did, but we had. It's just been one of those weeks. We had one of my good friends got married on Thursday. Then Caroline is graduating this year. Thank you. So we went to senior night right after that. And then Saturday night was prom. And it's so funny, you guys.
Prom?
It was beautiful, but it's just funny because when I was growing up, prom was like either in the cafeteria or the gym, and we would have to decorate it ourselves. And there was like no snacks, and you were like lucky if there was like a punch bowl, remember?
Oh, absolutely.
And it was like, and now it's like they do all this like fancy stuff, and there it was at the
How
Hard
much
Rock.
are the tickets now?
It was like $95. Which,
oh, really?
I mean, that's not terrible, right? Because you're paying for the venue, you're paying for
I
the
thought it would
DJ,
be much more than that.
For the decorations. Yeah, it was $95. And then and they had some food and drinks for the kids. So I don't know. I thought it was really nice.
And they didn't make the news.
For a second, I got scared. I got scared that Amy was going to say that her prom was at SeaWorld, because that one was the one. You guys talked a bunch about that this morning.
Yeah.
The kids that ended up. Did they say any more? It seems that this was not a hospital-worthy thing. It was just kids that had some alcohol on them and were a little intoxicated.
They took them to the hospital, so we didn't get any details about how sick the kids were.
Of course not.
So that part I don't know. So we just know that they got sick enough that they felt they needed to go to the hospital, or could it have been, and they didn't tell us this, but could it have been that the kids were getting sick and they didn't know what was wrong with them? So they took them to the hospital, and then maybe that's when it came out, like, oh, well, we were drinking. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Or I wondered, did these kids, they turn up, they appear to be intoxicated, and the school officials go, well, the only thing we can do, I mean, you've made your bed, now you have to lie in it. We have to send you to the hospital. We can't just send you home.
Right. That could be. Maybe that was it, and then the parents had to come pick them up. I don't know.
Amy,
I don't know.
Growing up in the Coughel household as a young high schooler, what did you instill the fear of God into your children? Like, hey, listen,
yes.
I am a person whose name is known around the community. I am very respected.
I feel like our kids know that.
I am
very sweet. They already know what Mama does.
We've had some discussions, but you know what's funny? Like, here's the thing, and like this is a discussion we have at our house. Is like, listen, I was not a saint in high school, and I did some things that could have gotten me into some trouble.
No.
But as a parent, like, you don't want to tell your kids that, because then you give them ammunition for then, like, well, when you were my age, I know what you did, or you know what I mean? Like,
right.
Like the things that, like, I used to put the car in neutral. And back it out of the driveway after my parents would go to sleep, and I guess is that still a thing? I don't know if kids do that still, but that's what we used to do.
Is it so that they could take the car and the parents not hear them leave?
Yes, because if you turn on the engine, they would hear it. So you just put the car in neutral, you slowly back it out of the driveway.
I'll say this about that, Amy.
Turn it on, yeah.
Their options have never been more plentiful, because if they have an electric car, you ain't waking up for anything.
Oh, you got Uber.
But yeah, also the other thing is you could just order an Uber and then, do whatever sneaking out the doors you need to do.
I never snuck out.
I didn't need to.
Never?
Me neither.
Never snuck out.
I've snuck out and wasn't really sneaking out because I was in college already and I was just visiting my parents. So I was like, I'm not going to tell them I'm leaving. And then I went home and they had no idea. But where I lived, in accordance to all my other friends in high school, like, it was a whole to-do, so I just ended up either staying at a friend's house, and I would sneak out of the friends' houses.
And then that's technically you're not really breaking any rules.
Yeah, for all my parents know, I'm sleeping soundly at Kelsey's.
No, we had a friend like that. We had a friend that had to, if we were going to person A's house, he had to call his dad, and his dad needed to see that number on the caller ID to know that he was where he said he was going. And he lived across town. Like, we had to drive from Dr. Phillips to downtown.
Was he fun to hang out with? Because it seems like a lot of work.
He was fine. He was good. It was worth it for us, I guess. But we had to drive from our area in Dr. Phillips down to downtown Orlando proper for him to make this phone call, just so that his dad would see.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Just so that his dad would see the caller ID and see that he said where he was. And then if we were going to a party that was somebody, it was somebody in our high school, had to drive back to Dr. Phillips.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot of work, Celine. I don't think I could have done that.
I didn't need to. My parents, they trusted me.
But here we are, adults, doing whatever the F we want.
Yeah, that's great.
What else is going on in the world, Amy Kay?
Oh gosh, well, a couple big things. As you guys know, the Gators are taking on Houston tonight. That of course is everybody. Everybody's a Gator fan right now, so go Gators. That game, 8:50, I think, is tip-off tonight. So, because they're playing at the Alamo Dome, which is in Texas, and that's Central Time Zone. So, they try to appease everybody with the whole time zone thing.
Right.
So that's a big deal tonight, and hopefully they win. And then David Martin, actually, if you guys get a chance to go to our website and see all the really cool stories he got to do inside of Epic Universe.
Everyone's going to Epic these days.
Everybody but us, Sabrina. Like, somehow you and I need to get in there.
And me, Fritz.
Yes. Yes. We'll do a field trip.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he's got some really good stories that he got to go to all the different lands. The one thing he said that caught my attention this morning when we talked to him is that it is really a 2-day experience. And so he basically told us that if you want to see the whole park, and now mind you, David's going and it's not crowded, right? Because the only people that are getting in right now are like the people who are, bloggers or news reporters. So it's not crowded. So he was able to ride all the rides. He said it's also, it's very family friendly. So he said the rides are not like, if you're like a super thrill ride person, like, I don't know, I guess, like it's not, it's not like the upside down crazy roller coasters. Like all the roller coasters look like one and I would be like, okay, I could do that,
So I saw that like one part of the park, dark Horizons? Am I getting that right, Celine? That's supposed to be the more adult section?
Oh, well, there's like 5 sections to the park. And the last one that he was going to do was the one so everything's like, there's like the Mario Brothers, like Nintendo. There's like one that's like the monsters. It's like that's the one I think you're talking about, Serena. That's like more of like the dark, like characters. Right. There's a Harry Potter land. It's like
Dark Universe.
Yes, Dark Universe. Yes, yeah. So, but he said I think that one might be maybe a little bit more like I don't know, like less family friendly, like more intense.
I think it was just it's
amazing.
The kind of lumped together like Dracula and Frankenstein and stuff like that.
Yeah.
A lot of those characters that were like a little on the darker side. I don't know that I'd call them scary, but I mean, maybe there would be some young children that would have felt that way. But I was able to go check out some of it, and it was.
You got to go?
It was I got to go. A friend got me in, and we had a very, very lovely time. It's a great park.
Really? How was the food? Did you get to do other stuff while you were there? Like, did they have any food ready or no?
Yeah, they had great food.
Ask them more so about the alcohol.
They
I heard there's bars everywhere.
There's a handful of bars. One of the taverns I thought was really cool. The amount of theming that they do to keep you like,
drunk?
No, not that. To keep you like in the magic. You know how like there's like little things that would like kind of take you out of it. You go in this nice little dark tavern, and all the pull taps there, they've recreated in sort of like a dark rocky feel to match all the different theming that's around there. There's little things like that kind of like, I don't know, I appreciate that. What else is going on around in the news that you're paying attention to?
I was telling Sabrina earlier, I got to sit down with Jackie Siegel today, and you guys probably know Jackie Siegel is the Queen of Versailles.
Mm-hmm.
Her husband, David, passed away Saturday morning. He had been sick for a couple of years now, and Jackie revealed to us that he had been suffering from cancer, multiple myeloma, for a couple of years. So he died on Saturday. He was 89. And so they're going to have a memorial service for him on Friday. But we sat down with her today, and she just talked about his legacy and, how he wants to be remembered. One of the things that he was really passionate about was Victoria's voice, which, if you guys remember, they had a daughter, Victoria, who passed away 10 years ago.
Yes.
She died of a fentanyl overdose. And so they've become extremely active in Victoria's voice. And basically what this group does is they go around and they talk to high school, middle school kids about the dangers of fentanyl and basically use Victoria's voice to try to make other kids aware of how dangerous this stuff is and why they don't want to try it. And it's not a just try it once kind of drug. Because you don't know what you're actually ingesting, right? And you think you're getting one thing, and it turns out it could be something deadly.
Yeah.
So she talked a lot about his legacy and Westgate Resorts, which is the company that he founded here back in the 1980s. They employ 8,000 people. It's, I think, probably one of, if not the largest timeshare company in the entire country.
Wow.
Yeah, I was saying earlier, Amy, that not only do I know multiple people who have worked for Westgate in some form or fashion over the years, but when we were talking about the prom, where but kids were doing different things for the prom, a lot of times it was either at a Westgate resort or the places we would end up after the prom or homecoming were at the various Westgate resorts. They were just ever present.
Yeah, it's very popular. It's of course there are a lot of locations here in Orlando, but also across the country. And so we sat down with her today, and she just talked about, obviously this is a really hard time for her. So, she was very gracious to invite us into her home, and so I got to sit down. So we'll be playing part of that interview tonight at 5 and 6. And she has some things to look forward to as well. The Queen of Versailles Broadway show is coming in November.
Excuse me, I did not hear about that.
Oh,
That's
yes,
exciting.
Kristen Chenoweth is playing her on Broadway. So
what?
Yes. So obviously this is a somber and a sad time for her as she mourns his passing, but she does have things that she is looking forward to that that will help to get her through her grief. So that's good. And they have beautiful children. I think 8 children that they have together. They have their twin girls, who are their youngest, are getting ready to graduate high school this year. So
Dang.
That's insane. Well, Amy, once again, hope you had a great birthday. And,
love you so much.
Oh, thanks, you guys.
It'll be another year before Brad's Underground sees you again. And
and if we have anything to say about it,
but you guys got to try it. It's really good.
I will. I'll make a point to get over there.
and we'll scream, "We know Amy, Brad. Come on."
Amy Coughel,
I love you guys.
From Fox 35. You can check her out every morning on Good Day Orlando. Go to fox35orlando.com and check out everything they're talking about. It's very in-depth.
I do every morning.
Oh, yeah. That's how I keep up, and that's how I know whether or not Amy's going to be on the show on Monday, too. That's
Same here. And then we blow you up with 16 text messages. Hey, don't want to bother you, but if just you let us know. So sorry about overwhelming you, is what happens when John's not around.
Listen, I wish I could have done it right at noon, but we were still busy, so I appreciate you guys.
We want you anytime, the way I was going to word that properly.
Yeah.
We love to have you on the show, Amy, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right, love you guys.
Love you.
Love you.
There she goes. Amy Coughel, Fox 35. Check her out, fox35orlando.com. When we come back, we'll get to you. Your dispatches, you can send them in now. Join the show on thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch. Plus, a mayor says, John Bon Jovi, you can take your operation somewhere else.
Ooh.
We'll find out more about that on The News Junkie.
Real radio is
Monsters in the Morning.
You're awful, Ryan. And nothing makes me harder than that.
What?
Speaking of, laugh harder. Did I?
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Keep an eye out for a car stopped on the shoulder on the beach line eastbound near Orange Blossom Trail. There's an accident where Orange Avenue meets Weatherby Road. Traffic slowing down on I-4 through that Champions Gate area. Keep an eye out for a disabled vehicle off to the shoulder on the Turnpike northbound before US 27 exit 285. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Need new blinds? At Blindster.com, we offer guaranteed low prices, guaranteed satisfaction, free samples, and free shipping. At Blindster, we take the fear out of ordering custom blinds, shades, and shutters so you can do it yourself and save big. Blindster.com.
Sunnyside Electric.
Hello, I need a new electrical outlet.
We are learning about pickleball today.
Okay.
Isn't that a funny name?
What about my electrical?
Pickleball.
I should have called Frank Gay.
Oh, it's like miniature tennis.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you need electrical work in your home, you need a trustworthy electrician who can clearly explain how to solve any dilemma. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Right now, during the Jeep Celebration event, well-qualified current FCA lessees get a low-mileage lease on the 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee L Laredo 4x2 for $369 a month for 36 months with $3,999 due at signing. Tax, title, license extra. No security deposit required. Call 1-888-8925-JEEP for details. Requires dealer contribution and lease through Stellantis Financial. Current vehicle must be registered to consumer at least 30 days prior to lease to qualify. Extra charge for miles over 30,000. Not all customers will qualify. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by 4/30. Jeep is a registered trademark.
Do you hear that? That's the sound of over 40 Greenway dealerships vying for your car when you trade it in at Greenway Kia. When dealerships compete, you win. We're offering as much as $10,000 over Kelley Blue Book for your trade. Curious what your trade's worth? Check it out now at greenwaykias.com. We want to see you in a Kia. From Greenway Kia with 3 area locations to serve you.
All factory rebates to dealer, negative equity refinanced.
Are you hiding your smile because of missing or damaged teeth? Solid Bite can help. With the latest techniques and technology, you'll be showing off your smile in no time. Call Solid Bite in Melbourne now to receive your free booklet. 321-259-8000.
This Easter, join Chef Tellaluna and the rest of the team at Rosen Center for a brunch buffet featuring dozens of freshly prepared dishes that are sure to satisfy. Don't miss out on classics like roasted pork loin or sweets like white chocolate almond croissants. Celebrate Easter Sunday at Rosen Center's brunch buffet with Chef Tellaluna and indulge in more than 60 delectable dishes that are guaranteed to impress every member of the family. Enjoy crab claws, chocolate ganache cake, and so much more. Easily make your reservation today at rosencenter.com/Easter. That's rosencenter.com/Easter.
Kevin, why is my auto insurance so expensive? I need to switch because my company raised my rates again.
I hear you, Jay. I had the same problem, but then I called Acceptance. They saved me hundreds on my car insurance.
Really?
Yes, Acceptance was great. They did all the work comparing different plans and found me the best payment options that fit my budget.
Do you have their number?
Sure do. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049.
Why pay more for auto insurance? Acceptance Insurance has offices in your neighborhood, and one call to Acceptance could save you up to 30% on your car insurance. 800-606-7049. Let Acceptance shop for you by comparing and finding the best rates. You could save up to 30%. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049. Acceptance Insurance. We shop, you save. Restrictions apply based on Q1 2024 study of Acceptance Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number L012294.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, Orlando.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Want to win $15,000 in new impact windows from Maurice Windows? Pick up your phone and text the word WOW to 20129. That's WOW to 20129.
Eustace Roofing, with over 65 years of experience in Central Florida, provides a VIP experience with an on-site crew lead, project manager, and expert team for every home. No wonder they won National Roofing Company of the Year. Visit eustaceroofing.com to schedule your free estimate.
I'm ready. Let me just grab my bag. Sweatpants, huh? Didn't know we were keeping it casual this month. Yeah, I feel bloated every now and then.
You have to try new Align 3-in-1 Biotic Gummies. They have prebiotics to nourish good bacteria, probiotics to help relieve occasional bloating, and postbiotics for immune support.
All that in one gummy?
Yep. So no sweatpants next time?
Not anymore.
Align 3-in-1 Biotic Gummies for gut health support. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
Because resort casual is not only a wardrobe, it's a lifestyle. Hashtag for...
Not welcome here. But first...
Dead or alive?
And that's his home state, by the way, which is odd.
Well, it's not so much him personally. It's just what he's trying to pull off there.
Queer stuff?
But first, no, something that you, Sabrina...
Queer stuff?
Not queer stuff.
Okay.
Something that you have had to deal with, you and Sean, recently in your own neighborhoods.
Oh, homeless.
Homeless stuff. We'll get to that in a second. But first, I wanted to take a look at... I'm not sure what's going on with the royal family right now. So let's
stopping myself from saying queer stuff again.
Let's check in. You might say it again if you see this, but we'll check in on King Charles here, who was undergoing some cancer scares, but seems to be at least distracted from that for a little bit. Here's him playing a carrot.
I'm sorry?
Look at how happy he is.
What?
Man, he's getting it.
Those are beautifully tuned carrots.
There couldn't be enough flashes from cameras watching what looks like somebody made a recorder out of a very large carrot.
But whoever handed it to him is a master recorder player because they were soloing.
The people around him were really doing the heavy carrot lifting.
Well
there.
done. I guess now that I think about it, but you have to find a really thick carrot.
It said things you never thought you'd see. King Charles playing a carrot at Windsor Castle.
And his fingers finally look small.
He was supporting community music at a reception, but often game for a laugh.
And supporting act for the VeggieTales.
Took the vegetable/instrument and stuck it in his mouth and played a tune. He was, I think, joined by other carrot players.
Which leads to the question, what other vegetables can you play?
Yeah, I think you can play anything that's long like that, like a cucumber maybe.
Well, there's gourds. There's plenty of...
You can't play a gourd?
Yeah. You can play a gourd, yeah, sure.
There's
percussion instruments. Yeah, there's one right there that we're looking at.
What
That's
are you
a
talking
gourd.
about?
That's a gourd right there.
You're right. But that's not like day of gourd.
No,
that is a
you
dried
gotta dry
out gourd.
and you got to empty it out so that it's hollow. And it's more of a Latin thing, I think, playing the gourds.
Wow.
If I'm not, I think Fritz would know better. Fritz is
sure
percussion extraordinaire. Are you finding? Are you getting it down?
Yeah, look at that.
There it is.
Who's gourded this? Who brought this into this?
I don't know.
Studio?
Has it just been hanging in there? I never see that corner
Probably
of the room.
someone iHeart laid off and they didn't get their gourd back.
Oh, that's too
Mine
bad.
now.
You're claiming the gourd?
Yeah, I'll gourd it up. I'm a Latina woman. Am I one of two on the station?
Yeah, throw it up. There you go.
There it is.
3.
You're playing a veggie.
Cool.
Eat
that
your
was
heart
fun.
out, King Charles. Over to New Jersey, where the mayor has accused John Bon Jovi of drawing in homeless people with his Soul Kitchen pop-up.
Not again.
Toms River Mayor Daniel Roderick has criticized county commissioners for approving musician John Bon Jovi's temporary pop-up, the JBJ Soul Kitchen, at the Ocean County Library. Contended the initiative has morphed into a day shelter and soup kitchen, drawing homeless individuals near the library and close to the township's parking facilities. Say it ain't so. These people are being dropped by in our community by agencies pretending to be homeless advocates who get paid by the head to import homeless people into our town from all over the state and the East Coast. Roderick claimed it can't be done. Despite his persistent complaints, Roderick asserts that no action had been taken after speaking with county officials about the issue.
Is he feeding people for free?
It seems to be feeding homeless. It says the JBJ Soul Foundation and JBJ Soul Kitchen are committed to ending homelessness through real solutions. We're not here to just move people around or force them into the shadows. They've built nearly 1,000 units of affordable and supportive housing, according to them in a statement last Friday. But the pop-up cafe...
It's incredible. Why is this the argument? if you're upset about homeless people, there are people that are giving them homes, but you don't want them anywhere near you.
It sounds like this foundation is
class
also
warfare.
That's part of it. Like it's the part of the JBJ Soul Foundation is building nearly 1,000 units of affordable and supportive housing, but this pop-up cafe just handing out food they will have nothing of. For those strapped for cash, lending a hand to the establishment. They were operating between 10 and 2 on Tuesday to Friday. Earns them
driving.
Yeah. Earns them a satisfying exchange of sandwiches, wraps, bowls, and salads. I want to know if they have one of those menus that have all Bon Jovi references on the thing.
That would be fun.
A shot to the heart.
Because it's a burger?
Burrito bowl.
Oh.
I had held off on this because I didn't know if you were going to have it in the next episode, Sabrina. Did you get the story about Adam Devine?
I didn't. Oh,
from Workaholics?
Why? What is he up to?
It's been a couple things, but some injury he had.
Well, it sounds like he's got the same thing that Celine Dion has been dealing with.
Oh,
so
really?
I did see
Stiff
that.
person syndrome?
Yeah. Adam Devine.
He just came out with it, but I think he's okay now.
I think I'm saying that correctly. Is it Devine or Devine?
We're going to go with Adam D.
Adam Devine shared the details of a grim health prognosis he received after years of suffering with chronic pain. It calls him the Modern Family actor. I didn't know him. I didn't know he was in Modern Family. I didn't watch it very heavily.
He was oldest daughter's love interest, but he's also the Manny.
Okay.
And Phil's, I've been rewatching it at night.
He lived with the painful consequences of an accident he had at 11 when he was run over by a cement truck, and recently revealed his pain led to doctors sharing a grim prognosis. He told a podcast In Depth with Graham Bensinger, which I'm sure is right, that he experiences spasms all over his body and pain if he sits, stands, or walks for too long. What is he supposed to do? If he sits for too long, stands for too long, or walks for too long? Or just lay down?
So from what I understand, like it was not manageable for quite some time. And then I believe now he has gotten kind of on the better half of it. But the first person he referenced was Celine Dion. And as soon as he started to talk about it, I immediately went back to watching her docuseries about her, situation.
Right.
And syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing especially that last episode of her going through one of her seizures, or I'm forgetting the medical term, but just like an instance of the spasms.
So
it was horrifying.
Yeah. Well, and not to mention the prognosis he got from these doctors. It says the actor shared an ominous conversation he had with his doctors. Quote, they told me I was dying. Literally within this last year, they told me that. They told me I had this disease called stiff person syndrome. And that's when your muscles get so tight that you can no longer walk, you can no longer move. Then your heart will stop beating because your heart is a muscle and it gets too tight to beat, and then you die. Imagine having a doctor tell you that. Wow. Is there no bedside manner?
Right. Well, okay, so check it out. Your body sucks, and then your heart's going to stop beating, and then you're going to die. So figure it out.
I would
write you a script.
I would at least appreciate that he threw sucks in there first.
Right. Yeah, I'd be like, don't beat around the bush. Tell me.
Devine.
Oh, you won't be able to beat around the bush. You can't actually beat anything.
You're too stiff.
Giggity.
Adam D. explained as his condition got worse, he consulted a specialist who had a different opinion. And he said, you don't have it. You do not have it. This is from your accident from when you were a child. The spasms are a little unexplainable, but it could be you just got so tight your body doesn't know what to do with it, so you're misfiring a little bit. He had shared previously the details of his accident when he ran out into the road while shopping for candy with friends and got hit by a cement truck. My gosh, that has got to be...
Of all the trucks.
Terrifying, yeah.
If only it was like a marshmallow truck.
It would be a lot easier. You could just kind of lean into it and then plush yourself right back out.
Exactly.
On account of the marshmallows. The friends at Heineken...
Thank you for explaining that.
My friends at Heineken, they want to fix a problem that's going on right now at bars across the world. They said they have a solution. You see, they're worried that too many people are just in their phones all the time. You sit around the bar, you're ordering drinks, and people are just TikToking, Instagramming, scrolling,
They're
doom
sick of
scrolling,
it.
some of them. And they say, this can't be anymore. We need a solution to this problem. And so they have invented the Flipper.
Go on.
And it is Heineken's very own phone case. It's a world first prototype that if it hears the word cheers around the bar, it'll flip your phone face down so you don't get distracted by socials while you're out socializing.
That won't last very long.
No, not really. Inventor Simon Geertz collaborated with the beer brand to road test the device in her own humorous way. It quite literally flips your phone face down when it senses people are out having a good time through clever voice detection technology. That idea being that instead of being distracted by a barrage of notifications, you get hashtag social off socials. They had a couple pictures of this thing. I don't think they're actually going to sell too many of them.
I feel like there's a couple keywords, even though I'm scrolling through my phone and I might be in it. If I hear cheers, I'll automatically lift my hand and cheer somebody.
I think
if I hear fire, I'll automatically
lift my hand and cheer somebody. Absolutely.
And run out the fire building.
I think that for this thing to work, your phone, it has to be just sitting on the bar. Won't most people be holding theirs and the flipper thing pops out? And
yeah, let's hope you're not turned around. And then that's a 4 to 3 foot fall.
Yeah.
Then again, that happens all the time.
It says bars are some of the best places to socialize and make new connections. We thought the Flipper is a fun way to encourage people to flip off their socials and demonstrate why being present with those around you is so important. When we come back, your dispatches. We're going to get to a couple of yours. I've left those on the back burner for a bit. And then in jury duty, we're going to hear about the charter captain that was arrested following the viral video from last week. Plus, a surgeon in Queensland has finally figured out what his punishment will be for a picture he took, and more of that is on the way. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells like the 90s. Classic alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
Hey, this is Lincoln Kennedy. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
The stage is set now for tonight's NCAA championship game at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio. It's Florida looking for their first national title since 2007. Houston's looking for their first one ever. UCF, they fell short in the college basketball crown championship game yesterday and lost to Nebraska, and to the NBA, where it's a big one for the Magic tomorrow. They'll host the Hawks. They're currently one game ahead of them for the 7th seed. I'm Scott Davidson.
That feeling of owning your first Mercedes-Benz is hard to believe, but it's real. From the leather stitching to the iconic design, every element of a Mercedes lives up to its reputation. See for yourself at your local dealer. Offers are waiting.
Folks, don't forget about Mills Air. When you have a problem with your AC, this is the best company to reach out to. This is a great locally owned and operated business. I strongly suggest that you remember about Mills Air and call them up when you have some issues. They've been in business since 1992. That's 30 years of experience in keeping Central Florida cool, and they keep us cool here in the studio. These techs that they have are fantastic, and they can work on all sorts of brands of AC, so don't worry about that. Mills Air is a Carrier Factory authorized dealer, which means they can get you up to $1,275 in rebates toward a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Call today to schedule your appointment, 407-277-1159, or find them online at millsair.com.
So, you finally have some time to yourself. Even if it is just the car ride home, it's you time. And look at you. Do not disturb set before you even got in the car? Impressive. You've earned this moment to just chill and drive. This break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out? Spruce, spruce, spruce.
It's Spruce, the new hard-working, worry-free weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people and pets. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Weeds die by the next day. Find Spruce wherever weed killers are sold.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZzzQuil.
ZzzQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZzzQuil nights. Explore our products at ZzzQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children. Why go to just another sports bar when you can go to Crush Yard? The food, amazing. The drinks, top shelf. Craft beers, a gajillion of them. And then the big surprise, pickleball, all indoor on pristine new courts. So that's it, right? Wrong, because we've also got ping pong, cornhole, and a full arcade for the kids. So, Kissimmee, when the temps rise, cool off with the best food, games, and fun at the hottest new spot in town. Visit crushyard.com and follow us on social for details. See you down at the yard. Why go to just another sports bar when you can go to Crush Yard? The food, amazing. The drinks, top shelf. Craft beers, a gajillion of them. And then the big surprise, pickleball, all indoor on pristine new courts. So that's it, right? Wrong, because we've also got ping pong, cornhole, and a full arcade for the kids. So, Kissimmee, when the temps rise, cool off with the best food, games, and fun at the hottest new spot in town. Visit crushyard.com and follow us on social for details. See you down at the yard.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we are conquering the unconquerable. Our experts are leading the way with innovative regenerative medicines and biotherapeutics that can repair diseased, injured, or defective tissues and organs to help treat people with chronic medical conditions. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic. You know where to go.
Allergies are torture, but Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help you beat your allergies for good. Exact is clinically proven to give long-term lasting allergy relief in 3 injections. That's right, allergy relief in 3 injections. No matter how long you've suffered, no matter what else you've tried, with 3 injections, you can experience relief from your allergies. Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus. Go to aspireallergy.com to book your appointment today. aspireallergy.com.
Hey, we all think about buying a house instead of renting a house, right? But do you realize that you're renting electricity every month? Yep, overpaying the power company and watching the prices rise year after year. This year alone, prices have jumped over 10%. Isn't it time you own your own power or solar source? And start with that pool heater solar. It is awesome. I'm thrilled to say Solar Source, you can do the pay-as-you-go plan where you can save each month starting at just $99. Solar Source isn't new to this game. They've been in business for nearly 40 years with the same phone number since 1984. Ask about the battery backup option to protect you during a storm season. It's Solar Source.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection. One that helps better their everyday through the things they value most. Friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
From the very beginning, iHeart has believed in me.
Even now, I still get excited when I hear one of my songs playing on the radio.
Thank you, iHeartRadio, for honoring the truth I've fought for in my music.
Because we believe in the power of music. All your favorite artists, all in one place. The free iHeartRadio app.
Don't get suckered into the same old free phone game by Big Wireless. There is a better way. Pure Talk, my sponsor, my wireless company, has a better offer. A brand new free Samsung Galaxy with qualifying plan for $35 a month. You get unlimited talk, unlimited text, 15 gigs of data, all on America's most dependable 5G network. Just dial pound 250, say the keyword Pure Talk for your free Samsung Galaxy with qualifying plan. Pure Talk, wireless by Americans for Americans.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting freshfromflorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
If radio is a medium, they're neither rare nor well done. You're listening to the news.
Got to stay grounded?
No. If we're a medium, he's an extra large or something.
Oh, I would
never. I haven't heard these in a while, but that's just my first thought was just medium
I
versus
can ask
large.
Dan Stone to rework it.
Yeah, let's make it more shameful.
You're looking like an L these days, all right?
Oh, I'm working on it. They're working on it one semaglutide at a time.
That's right.
You doing it yourself?
This coming singular? Yeah. You gotta
Is that weird?
The first couple were weird, but after a while, it's just like, okay, this is what you do now. I've seen other people do it for a while, so it's just like, okay, now I'm doing it.
I'd pass out.
You would? Just from the needle?
Yeah.
It's a tiny little needle.
Just doing it myself.
It's tiny
No
little.
way, Jose.
Just a tiny little prick. and
Or
you're done.
would I?
We never know. We're going to get to some of your dispatches before jury duty. You can send those by going to thenewsjunkie.com, hitting record on your first dispatch. Not surprising that a lot of people have dispatched in to check in on the nitrous oxide story that we talked about.
But tell me there's one person who dispatched while doing a whippet.
I wouldn't put that out there because it's going to happen now. Somebody's got some galaxy gas out there somewhere. Let's hear from Butthead.
To those who think that medical grade nitrous oxide is the same as automotive nitrous oxide, yeah, go get a tank filled with automotive nitrous oxide.
Not so fast, Butthead.
See what happens.
Yeah, a lot of people have chimed in on that, saying that the stuff that's for the car is where they put all the sulfur in, so you won't huff it because it's supposed to. Taste
bad.
Taste bad / like purposely make you sick, so it's not as abusable. Meanwhile,
yet people still do it.
Meanwhile, the other stuff that they sell on websites where you could just order it seem like you could just willy nilly, like, oh, I'm ordering this to make my own whipped cream.
Absolutely.
That's exactly
and
what
balloons.
It's for. Balloons, too. Wait, do those float? I don't know if those would float.
Make something float.
The helium ones float. But also we have a dispatch from Professor Booty.
What's up, everybody?
Hi.
I am having a moment right now.
Okay.
Amy K., the fourth wall came crumbling down at approximately like 1:08.5 p.m. this afternoon.
1:08.5.
Amy K. called C-Lane dude.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I cannot wait to go back to the podcast, whatever, and hear Amy K. drop the dude word. I'm beyond excited. I don't even know. Why am I so excited about that? I have no
Okay.
freaking idea.
Oh, there you go. Took a minute.
Also, Sabrina, the song
You're the
from
song.
Friday was incredible. And I love it. It's my favorite thing ever.
I got to tell you, I'm very surprised at the reaction.
Why?
I thought that.
I told you the day it happened that it was stuck in my head.
I didn't think that it was a win, but
The music that you found for it was good, and I would take the W there. It was
I will.
It was a good time. All right. Well, without further ado, those
my
were
song again.
Those were dispatches. Yours can be next. You can go to thenewsjunkie.com. But right now, let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with
That's
the News
right.
Junkie.
And jury duty brought to you by the DeWitt Law Firm, Mo DeWitt. JustCallMo.com. Very much looking forward to this Saturday, where we'll be doing the Just Call Mo Celebrity Bolorama.
Oh, Rama.
Raising money for a really great charity with a very, very tear-jerking video put together by Forrest.
And then after you cry tears, you drink a lot of beers.
You do that. Cry the tears and drink the beers, and I will be manning the pinball section, glad-handing, showing people pictures of the baby. We could do all that kind of stuff. And if you are injured in a car accident, you are injured on the go, you just call Mo. 1-800-CALL-MO. That's 1-800-CALL-MO. Starting in jury duty in Florida, the former co-owner of an Orange City karate studio was arrested. The karate studio owner has been arrested on charges of unlawful sexual activity with a 17-year-old student, according to deputies.
What belt? Do we know?
It doesn't say.
Okay.
It's bold ass.
I feel like that'd be I just think that's important.
The former owner. I thought of something. No.
Yep.
The former owner of the karate studio has been arrested on charges related to the sexual activity. It says the Volusia County Sheriff's Office arrested 54-year-old Jason Momoa.
Momoa.
Not Momoa, no. Okay. Not Sabrina's crush. On Thursday at his Deltona home.
Hall pass, thank you.
Hall pass crush, same thing. I think you have to have a crush in your hall pass for it to work out.
You never know.
It's just somebody you don't like.
If the day this happens, it's going to be a very awkward conversation. But
deputies say the alleged crimes first began in 2022 at both the All-American Karate in Orange City and at the owner's home. Officials say he's no longer co-owner of that particular karate studio.
You don't say.
Facing some serious charges there. Over to Australia.
Oi!
Or perhaps more specifically, New Zealand. Where's Queensland, Fritz?
Ooh, Queensland, New Zealand?
New Zealand. A surgeon has been reprimanded and fined.
No, it's in Australia.
$10,000. I was just trusting whatever Fritz does.
Or 12,000 wombats.
A surgeon has been reprimanded and fined after sharing a photo of a comatose patient's penis.
Oh, my God.
To which I say, how do you not take a picture of this patient's penis when you see this? When you see what I'm about to describe to you, when you looked at this particular member, this particular phallus.
Go ahead and show it.
I don't have the picture, no.
Show that.
What a tease.
He was reprimanded and fined $10,000 after sharing the photo, which was tattooed with a swastika. And so he was operating on the patient, notices this guy's got a swastika on his penis, snaps a little picture, and unfortunately shared it on WhatsApp, which was his undoing. The surgeon, whose name has been suppressed, was treating the man in regional Queensland Hospital back in April of 2019. So it took quite a long time for them to figure out that $10,000 was the penalty.
He should have done it on Signal. They don't catch people on there often.
Yeah, they do, but you just keep adding people. It said that he was treating the man who was comatose in April of 2019 after a homemade pipe bomb exploded in his hands. The man was placed in intensive care.
So you're telling me the guy with the swastika tattooed on his penis had a homemade pipe bomb?
And somehow, instead of bombing a place, let it blow up right in his hands. He was intubated, placed in a coma for a week, during which time he was treated by the doctor who was employed by the hospital. It said he noticed the swastika tattoo and photographed it. And it said that posting the photo with other treating practitioners on WhatsApp or similar platform had no clinical or medical purpose. Well, of course it doesn't have a clinical purpose. You just go, hey, I just saw this guy's junk. It's got a swastika on it. Thought you guys might want to see. I would be on the receiving end.
In his file.
I would be at that receiving end of that picture. If just out of sheer curiosity, how big is the swastika?
Is it not online?
No, the picture hasn't been released. Yeah. And last but not least, we heard last week a whole bunch about Charter Captain Brock Horner, the 40-year-old veteran who was taken into custody Friday night. He was charged with burglary, with assault or battery, and non-forced entry. Or maybe that's the whole charge. But we remember back on April 1st, he was captured on video screaming at a young boater, the boater by the name of Gage Towles, in the Peace River, ironically. He's seen pulling his boat alongside Towles' boat without permission and unlawfully boarding it. According to a joint news release by the Punta Gorda Police Department, the Coast Guard, and the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission, a hat trick of legal investigations. He's accused of threatening the young boy, escalating the incident into a criminal offense.
I'm quite surprised, but not really. Just given how viral it went, that they actually went through with the charges and then dropped the felony on him.
I think they might have been, there's probably pressure to put the charges on him.
We've seen pressure like that before and them not doing anything about it.
But this I thought was
something
egregious AF.
Oh, I do not disagree with you whatsoever, but it was very quick moving versus we have an investigation and we'll see in a couple months.
Well, it says in addition to the criminal investigation, the U.S. Coast Guard and the FWC, they're conducting separate investigations themselves due to the location of the incident. Punta Gorda Police Chief Pam Smith says this type of behavior will not be tolerated in our waterways or anywhere else in our city. They're committed to ensuring the safety of residents and visitors both on land and on the water. When we come back, According to ChatGPT, it's the wind down.
Nice.
Ooh, let's go, baby.
Humor, inspiration, and oddities. No, I'm just kidding. We're not doing any of that. When we come back, we have that bad news I kept pushing back for Sean and Sabrina.
Complete opposite.
And we got some tigers that were seized from a home.
Okay.
And Hidden Valley has a whole new bunch of stuff that you didn't ask for. All of that and more, plus your dispatches, coming up next on the News Junkie.
It's never been easier to listen to Real Radio 104.1 wherever you go. Make us your number one preset on our free iHeartRadio app.
Keep an eye out for an accident off to the shoulder on the beach line eastbound at Innovation Way. There's a crash, slowing down traffic on I-4 westbound approaching Orange Blossom Trail. Move over and slow down if you see police activity or emergency vehicles on the roadways. Traffic still slowing down on I-4 through that Champions Gate area. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get 60% off, free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZQuil.
ZQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZQuil nights. Explore our products at ZQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
If you're thinking about going to nursing school but aren't sure how to get started, join us at Galen College of Nursing's upcoming open house. Here, you'll meet with friendly and helpful faculty, current students, and academic advisors who can help you get comfortable with admissions and enrollment. Plus, you'll tour our campus and learn all about Galen's personalized student support. RSVP now for our open house on Tuesday, April 22nd from 4 to 6 p.m. by visiting galencollege.edu/Orlando.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news if you're considering a reverse mortgage. Rates have improved again this week. Get a same-day quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don.
Here in Orlando, we know life doesn't slow down for anything, especially a broken garage door. Since 2002, Precision Garage Door has been proudly serving the Orlando community. Local and reliable, that's what makes them different. Their vans are fully stocked, so when you call, their fully vetted techs are ready to provide you with same-day service. Whether it's a stuck door or a snap spring, they have you covered right when you need it most. We know a broken garage door can't wait, which is why we're always prepared to help by keeping our vans fully stocked. Call Precision Garage Door today or visit them online at PrecisionGarageDoor.com. Precision Garage Door. Garage doors done right.
Permanent injuries may not appear immediately after an accident. That's why the insurance company wants to settle with you quickly. They want you to sign away your claim before you even know the full extent of your injuries. Don't accept pennies on the dollar. Never sign anything until you speak with me. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit justcallmo.com. Or call 1-800-CALL-MO.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out? Spruce.
It's Spruce, the new hard-working, worry-free weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people and pets. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Weeds die by the next day. Find Spruce wherever weed killers are sold.
Point. Hey, you okay? You don't normally miss those shots.
I just haven't been as regular lately, and it's making me feel sluggish.
You should try Metamucil. It's been a game changer for me. Metamucil's plant-based psyllium fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Ace, you're moving better than you were last week.
Definitely.
Metamucil keeps you moving. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Learn more at metamucil.com.
Mom and Dad seem different after a European-style holiday on MSC Cruises.
Call us Cloud and Yvette.
The ship had restaurants, shops, and nightlife.
La Galleria.
And of course, American touches, like an aqua park and a sweets shop.
American je ne sais quoi.
Mom, you're from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, Kevin.
Book now and save up to 30% off, plus kids sale free. MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Wooing lovers with charm and fart jokes. You're listening to the...
Your dispatches will be coming up in a little bit. I don't know how much time you guys, Sabrina and you, Fritz, spend over the weekend on your different socials, but a lot of people are experts on tariffs these days. They know a lot about the tariffs. A lot of people talking about the island full of penguins.
Oh yeah,
that has been charged to the tariffs.
That's where all the fentanyl's coming from.
And then I think where it's going to really start hitting people, we talked about it a little bit earlier. But once you start like naming the stuff that people are using day in and day out, the stuff that people are looking forward to, and telling them how that's going to affect them, that's when they're going to start getting pissed.
Away ceiling.
It's going to start getting pissed. And like I said, I mentioned a little bit earlier, but this Nintendo Switch 2, which I have a Nintendo Switch. Do you still have yours, Sabrina?
Yes. And recently...
You still play it?
I played it. I brought it with me to on the plane to San Diego. Like I decided to reboot it and make sure all the things were working so I could play some video games.
We have one. We play.
I played it a lot during COVID until Fritz introduced me to Last of Us.
Right. I know Fritz is more of a PC gamer, I think. Though,
PlayStation.
Right? Oh no, PlayStation.
Watch your mouth.
Well, yeah. Okay, but the Nintendo Switch, I think, is more like. It's like the kiddie ride of video games.
It's like,
wouldn't you think?
Recreational gamers who want a more simplistic approach to it. They don't need all the bells and whistles, I would say. It's still just as fine as gaming on a PC.
You're not going to see like GTA 6 on the Nintendo Switch. The graphics are not there for that, right?
Maybe
I would agree.
On the 2. I would tell you that Fortnite, like, once I figured out how to play it, I played a lot on the Switch.
Okay.
And it held up just fine.
Well, yeah, Fortnite's a little is not as heavy of a game though, right? Because I think my TV will play Fortnite if I really wanted to.
Okay, well, I was amazed by it. I mean, right before I got the Switch, the last console I played was GameCube. I did not know the ways of all the technology, but from what I saw, Nintendo Switch 2 is going to blow everybody's mind.
Yeah, Nintendo on Wednesday they unveiled details for the Switch 2, bigger screen and controllers. As a faster version than its predecessor, which I would hope, which sold more than 150 million units since its release in 2017. That seems like a while ago. The Switch 2 will hit store shelves on June 5th for $450, up from $300 for the original Switch.
So like the first one. Less.
You did?
Yeah, I believe so. I feel like I paid like a little less. No, I think I got it from Target, but I got it in,
well, there's
cusp of COVID.
I think there's also different versions which play into it because there's the one that's just the LED screen versus the OLED screen, or I don't know how that all works. The new one's supposed to have a better screen. It's supposed to support HDR. I still don't totally know I don't know that I would know the difference if I'm looking at something that's HDR versus
like 4K
not.
stuff.
Right. But it says, like the Switch, gamers will be able to use the Switch 2 as both a handheld console and hook it up to a television. However, Nintendo said on Friday it would delay pre-orders for the device following President Donald Trump's reciprocal tariffs. The device will launch with the game Mario Kart World. Other games, including Donkey Kong Bonanza, Street Fighter VI, The Dusk Bloods, and Kirby Air Riders, are announced for the console. Really, the only thing they've said is that they're going to delay it after. I did not know this. Nintendo of America president Doug Bowser, which for two reasons,
all the names,
for two reasons is important because we all knew a Doug Bowser, lovely gentleman.
May he rest in peace.
Rest in peace. But also, the president of Nintendo's name is Bowser. Isn't that supposed to be bad? Isn't Bowser?
That should ring some bells.
I think Bowser's misunderstood.
Bowser's the enemy. Why would you make the guy president if he's got the enemy's name?
Way.
Peaches, 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 peaches.
It wasn't until that moment in the movie that my wife realized it was being voiced by Jack Black.
That's a great.
She did not know at all that Jack Black was the voice of Bowser until he started singing that Peaches song.
That totally seemed like a part where he just improvised and then they wrote the music around it, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
and killed it.
I mean, I don't think
that's
the song
his go-to, man. It's video game stuff.
Really comes to an end. He just kind of starts yelling like that Wicked song, and then it's kind of over.
Was that my cue?
Yep, that's it. And then the other thing, and this is where it is going to hurt some people, but they say the iPhone could cost up to $2,300 in the U.S. after the tariffs are in place.
What was it supposed to be?
$2,200.
Mine was supposed to cost $1,100, but AT&T had a deal where you could trade in, and I really wanted to try and put this to the ultimate test. They said you could trade in any phone in any condition after a certain model, and then they would credit you $1,000. That's what it says. Any phone, any condition. It does not have to turn on. It does not have to look nice. And part of me really wanted to just take the hammer,
I hate
just
that trade-in
smash. Why?
Because I have, you spend 30 some odd payments to own that phone. They're like, just trade it in, and we'll give you a discount. I'm like, this is my property. I don't feel like this is an even trade, so I'll just pay full price for the other thing.
It's because of all the spank banks, right?
I'm sorry? I mean, there's a lot of things that are private information.
It's definitely the spank banks.
It's all in the cloud.
Oh, that's where you keep your spank banks?
Yeah.
Good to know.
I want to be able to access it in any device.
Anywhere, on any device.
Nintendo Switch
with
2.
Face ID. But it says, they could increase prices of the iPhone up to 43% in the U.S. due to tariffs, according to analysts at the...
I thought Apple was an American company.
It's the stuff's made elsewhere. It's designed in California. That's why I said designed in California, assembled in anywhere from Vietnam to China.
Mongolia.
Top of the line Mongolians. The top of the line iPhone 16 Pro Max model with a terabyte of storage. And that goes, so they're going with the model that was already $1,600. Could rise from $1,600 to nearly $2,300 in the U.S. should Apple actually follow through with raising prices by 43% to offset the cost of tariffs.
I'm just going to get one of those flip phones for $35.
And then you get the flip phone.
A lot more than that.
And then from Heineken, you get the flip case that flips your flip phone whenever it hears cheers. At the other end of the iPhone lineup, the most affordable 16E model, which they say most affordable.
Not so much.
It went up $100 or $2, a couple $100.
$102, got it.
From the previous SE model. Would increase it to just over $850 with that 43% price hike. So, I'm glad I just got a new phone because that doesn't sound like a fun paycheck or a fun bill.
I perfectly timed all of this where I need a new car and a new phone, but I guess I'm just gonna see what happens.
You're gonna have to buy American. You have to. What do they keep telling
Nextel?
them? No.
Go on.
What do they keep saying on Facebook? It's a short-term pain for long-term gain. Sabrina, so
those aren't my Facebook friends.
You're gonna get that long-term gain.
Mine either.
I don't actually know these people.
Yeah, but
most of the
just
people I
quoted
see.
them.
That's fine.
Quoted them.
And if you're listening, please send it a dispatch. TheNewsJunkie.com. If you've never sent one before, create an account, be a part of the community, and we'll play your dispatch at some point before the end of the show.
We'll get to those in a little bit. I said that I had some troublesome news for you and Sean who don't like flying. Fritz, are you a good flyer or a bad flyer?
I don't mind flying. I realize that I'm not flying the plane, so I'm like, whatever. I'm on a bus,
right?
I'm on a rocket with a chair
with no wheels off the ground.
That's like bolted into the frame.
Well, this one actually, when I read it, I thought, son of a bitch. I don't love this information because I'm a pretty decent flyer. But if something were to go wrong on the flight, I trust that the safety measures in place will not only keep me safe, but also be a little bit fun. And the NTSB is issuing new safety recommendations for Boeing. Not a great time for Boeing. Following an investigation on an underperforming slide during an emergency evacuation. They had to emergency evacuate this plane back in October of 2023.
Oh, it's the video of the lady falling off.
They couldn't get the slide to work.
Uh-oh.
The
slide has one job.
Its job is to work. On October 4th, 2023, that's a big 10-4 day. Boeing 757 had to make an emergency landing. It was completing a flight for FedEx. The crew received a warning. Their left hydraulic system was failing, yada, yada, yada. They had to turn back to Chattanooga Metropolitan Airport. First problem, the landing gear wouldn't lower, so they had to land it without it. They had to just kind of belly slide down the runway. That wasn't great. After the plane came to a stop, the crew tried to evacuate, but the emergency exit slide at the front left door would not deploy, so they had to use a different door. That's the whole thing. If you have the emergency landing, you get to go down the slide.
And then what? If it doesn't work, you just
jump? I don't know. You go to a different slide. But this is a FedEx flight, and thankfully, in this situation,
someone was getting a mattress delivered.
Everybody. That would work out, but in this situation, everybody got off the plane and everybody was fine. But they're like, what about because they went to the other door, the other slide worked. But now the NTSB is saying all of the Boeing planes, as well as any plane that uses the same latches that were compromised, have to be
Boeing
inspected.
Is having a couple years, man.
Inspections, and if needed, modified or replaced. They're recommending Boeing issue a service bulletin with all the advisories. They want to make sure the slides work. And I would be disappointed if
I just bring my own slide.
God forbid, in some sort of air accident, even if it was on the ground and didn't get to use the slide. It just seems like fun.
Yeah, I agree. But I'm going to bring some sort of harness, carabiner situation and just rappel down.
I think all your flight attendant friends get to do that, right? Like
Slackline.
That's part of the training. Like they have to go and like perform all of the procedures. So they have to like go somewhere.
And the picture in front of the jet.
And use the slide
engine.
And that too. Oh, they sit in the jet engine.
Yeah, they're like, look at me.
I'm in a jet engine.
Now I'm going to be based in a city I don't know.
I know that this particular food item is a little bit polarizing. Where do you two sit on ranch dressing?
I thought you were going to say veal. Ranch is fine.
I know where you sit on veal.
If it's compared to veal,
you're a
ranch
vegetarian. I know exactly where you sit on veal.
You were going to say veal. I love ranch and good amount of dipping situations. I'll tell you what, I now live with somebody who loves ranch.
Oh, really?
Like,
Nicole is a very very pro ranch.
All day, every day, multiple sides of ranch if need be.
She has some friends, I know this, that are ranch haters. We have some mutual friends that
do not like ranch.
They rage on ranch.
I think most people will probably have friends who yuck on their yum.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm a fan, but I did see a video over the weekend that was floating around social media of somebody dipping an entire slice of pizza from the corner into what seemed to be a stock pot full of ranch and then just pulling it out. I said, that's not for me.
Yeah, that's a ranch with a side of pizza.
It is ranch with a little bit of pizza in the middle. But Hidden Valley wants you to get excited, guys. They got flavors, new ones for 2025. And I'm thinking, where is all of the room on these shelves going to be for all of this nonsense?
Okay.
Where all the smaller companies used to be.
Yeah.
Tariffs.
all the smaller companies that are trying to get their their handmade, handcrafted organic sauces.
Guess that valley's not so hidden.
Move over. It won't be hidden. It'll be very visible because they have a whole bunch of new flavors that they're releasing, including blue cheese ranch.
I'm more of a blue cheese fan.
I love blue cheese.
This one takes the guesswork out because this is, I guess, just
Junkie.
both of them. Cajun blackened ranch, cilantro lime ranch, cracked pepper ranch, sweet barbecue ranch, garlic ranch seasoning.
They've been had that.
Creamy, which one?
All of the things you named.
They said they're new. These are Hidden Valley's new flavors.
I swear I've seen them. Maybe it's at the restaurants. But go on. Let's get the weird flavors.
Beyond that package of the ranch seasoning, the garlic one and the creamy jalapeno will be hitting store shelves. All the new flavors are packaged in the redesigned Easy Squeeze bottle, which the company claims
That's what they call my boobs.
Can reduce waste. I would not put that out there. I wouldn't put
Easy
out there that Sabrina's boobs are easy squeeze.
For those that are allowed.
Permitted to squeeze. In need of inspiration to fully appreciate Hidden Valley's latest launch, the brand suggests...
I thought crazy flavor would happen.
Which crazy flavor?
I just thought they would pull a Heinz moment. And be like,
it sounds like that's what they're doing. The blue cheese ranch, they're mixing two things.
Yeah, I hear that, but it's more like this one's cake-flavored ranch.
Oh, that's crazy.
They're like, KFC just released a toothpaste.
Yeah.
I thought there was going to be something like that.
But they did that for April Fools. These are real.
Yeah, for sure. They did that on April Fool's.
These are real.
What about like summer swamp stench? Like that's a crazy ranch flavor. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to try that one.
Can I tell you? Over the weekend,
would you try it?
Summer swamp stench? Absolutely not, Fritz.
I give it a lick.
I would too.
It sounds like the only way I would try it is if it were it seems like the name of a hot sauce, like something swamp.
Yeah,
fire.
smack your swamp in the ass.
Yeah,
smack your swamp ass fire. Either way, sounds like a risky try. I don't know that I'm all about it.
Well,
congratulations, Hidden Valley. I assume U.S. made and produced?
I would hope so, or else these are going to be expensive gross flavors. We tried over the weekend.
Throw your money away.
The thing that a lot of people thought was an April Fool's joke, but was absolutely real, that Popeye's pickle menu.
Mm-hmm.
And aside from the fact that they screwed it up and didn't deliver everything that was promised, the pickle lemonade was a weird move.
Yeah.
I thought.
You tried it.
Oh, yeah.
And more lemonade, more pickle?
It was probably the right amount because it wasn't like overpowering on the pickle, but it was still lemonade that tasted like you had kind of just taken a pickle and stirred it around.
You can't pickle everything, folks.
Yeah, I thought maybe like you take a pickle and you just brine the rim. That might be okay. But if you just put a pickle in the lemon juice.
No, it's lemonade. Lemonade with pickle juice in it. But
just stop.
We were super excited to try it.
Y'all worried about sports and women and men, but you're doing that?
Probably be the last time we try the pickle lemonade. But good for them. The pickled chicken sandwich. Very good.
Yeah, I hear that's good.
Well, take a look at some of your dispatches after the break. I got the story that I said.
It's time for Wind Down and Humor.
About Wind Down and Humor, that's right. And what was the other thing? The open lines? People love that.
Hot takes or whatever, right?
No, not hot takes. It's another show.
What was it called? A hill you'll die on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A hill you'll die on, and you'll have 15 seconds, and they'll hang up the line.
I love veal. They just hang up.
What's the weirdest job you've ever had? I bet somebody would take this advice from ChatGPT and run with it, but we got more stuff to do.
You're not on the radio.
Not you, C-Lane.
No, we got your dispatches and more coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041, sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733. From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traffic's starting to slow down on I-4 westbound through that World Drive area. Look out for a disabled vehicle on I-4 westbound near the beach line. That's off to the shoulder. There's congestion at the ramp junction where Florida's Turnpike meets the beach line. And look out for an accident on I-4 westbound near Orange Blossom Trail. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Road trip? Let's go! But first, drive into Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where we only pour premium Valvoline oil. No appointment needed. Save today at VIOC.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. We'll get you back on the road in no time.
This is anybody here getting a wedding invitation in the mail. Ready? When? What weekend have you stolen from me?
Dane Cook, live. Hard Rock Live, Orlando. Friday, October 17th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com.
Buying a house or selling yours? The Nickley Group makes it as easy as ABC. And 1, 2... Oh, and fast, too, because the Nickley Group can get a guaranteed cash offer on your home today. Just visit thenickleyGroup.com.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here from Greenway Kia. By now, you've heard about the auto tariffs, but at Greenway Kia, we planned ahead. We've been stocking up on new Kias at all 3 locations. Drive home the new Kia you want tariff-free. Like new 2025 Kia Sorento SUVs for only $179 per month for 24 months with 0 security deposit. We want to see you in a Kia. Visit greenwaykias.com.
Qualified applicants through KFA include $650 acquisition fee, 10,000 miles per year, $49.95 at inception, plus tax, title, license, $899 dealer, and $249.50 doc fee. Expires 5/5/25.
Get ready for fun family gatherings by replacing your old windows and doors with beautiful designs from Renewal by Andersen. One reason, they're customizable. Choose from a variety of styles and finishes to match your home's aesthetic, with each product custom built to fit your home's exact specifications. James says installation went smoothly. Installers polite and professional and hardworking. Take advantage of Renewal by Andersen's 1-month only sale. $300 off all windows, $825 off patio doors, plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 18 months. Bonus offer. First 50 callers get a free True Scene screen upgrade. Call Renewal by Andersen today for your free design consultation. It's simple. Dial pound 250 from your cell phone. That's pound 250. Say the keyword best windows and be connected in seconds. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia, official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. License number CGC 1527613.
So, you finally have some time to yourself. Even if it is just the car ride home, it's you time. And look at you. Do not disturb set before you even got in the car? Impressive. You've earned this moment to just chill and drive. This break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
I'm ready. Let me just grab my bag.
Sweatpants, huh? Didn't know we were keeping it casual this month.
Yeah, I feel bloated every now and then.
You have to try new Align 3-in-1 Biotic Gummies. They have prebiotics to nourish good bacteria, probiotics to help relieve occasional bloating, and postbiotics for immune support.
All that in one gummy?
Yep. So no sweatpants next time?
Not anymore.
Align 3-in-1 Biotic Gummies for gut health support. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Premier Men's Medical Center restores your sex life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To restore your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
Here's what's trending now on the new and improved iHeartRadio app.
You are not going to want to miss this. Lizzo is opening up like never before on Purpose with Jay Shetty, and it's an episode everyone is talking about. Plus, Troy and Belisario shares what life has been like after Pretty Little Liars on Post Run High, and it might surprise you. And Amanda Knox joins Bobby Cass to talk about surviving prison and life nearly 20 years after being wrongfully accused.
Explore the latest. Open the free iHeartRadio app and see what's trending now.
They're best friends. Unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the...
When I saw one of the headlines doing research for the show today, because last Tuesday was April Fool's Day.
Yeah.
Do you remember at the very end of the show?
Yep.
Sean pulled a quick April Fool's prank on us and said that a beloved singer was dead.
Yeah, Shaka Khan.
Shaka Khan. And so I see Shaka Khan in a headline today. I'm like, son of a bitch, but it wasn't bad news. Shaka Khan says an album of songs she co-wrote with Prince is on the way after clearing up some red tape hurdles, probably red tape involving the late Prince's
His
family.
estate is
very,
very strict.
I don't know what the big deal was with not being able to release that big docuseries, other than the fact that it was like 9 hours long. But it is, I think, notoriously hard to work with his estate on anything.
Mm-hmm.
But the singer reported that unreleased material featured the pair working with Sly and the Family Stone bassist Larry Graham.
Yeah.
The three funk legends are known to have worked together in 1998. In July of that year, the group Graham Central Station released the Prince-produced album GCS 2000. On the same day, Khan released Come to My House, featuring Prince as a songwriter, performer, and producer. And then
they gave the go-ahead.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
This album is coming out. This all songs she co-wrote with Prince is finally on the way. But I did get just a little bit concerned seeing Shaka Khan's name in a headline.
Oh, I want to go to the Queen's tour. It's her, Gladys Knight.
Didn't one of the queens just pass? No.
That was the April Fool's.
Oh, that was okay. That was it. Would have been her.
Now I'm doubting myself.
No, but one of the queens was someone we didn't really know that well. It's like Shaka Khan. All right, yes, we know, a very storied career, and then Gladys Knight.
4 legends.
All
the
right.
Queen's tour.
Isn't
it's
it
opening
3.5 legends?
What are you talking about?
There was one name on that list we didn't really know.
Okay, but that doesn't mean that she is not a queen in other people's eyes. Stephanie Mills.
Yeah, she's
Shaka
going
Khan,
first.
Patti LaBelle, Gladys Knight, Stephanie Mills.
Stephanie Mills is definitely first to perform, right?
Correct, but you know her song.
I didn't know her song.
No.
Listen, I
absolutely know her song. I'm gonna play it right now.
I've been to one of these tours where it's a bunch of legends, right? But I knew the guy who went first. He only had like one song, but he's still killing it out there.
Stephanie Mills.
Oh yeah. Want to go to, but every time it's like, is this worth getting the babysitter? Or are we pushing that on to the next thing? Whatever the next thing is going to be.
Is he at the age that I can babysit?
It's a lot. I mean, you could. You want to chase around my toddler for a couple hours?
Yeah, I know. If you guys ever need, I feel like as long as they can hold up their own neck, I'm fine with those kids.
He can hold up his neck. He's doing well at that. He did have a little issue swimming over the weekend.
Uh-oh, what happened?
He didn't want to stay in the float.
Oh, he didn't like poop in the water.
He didn't poop in the water.
But he's ready to go out on his own. Do that thing in the swim training videos where they just toss him. And
No, because he
drown for a little bit.
He hasn't actually had any swim training.
So let's get him in the swim. I'll teach him how to swim. No problem.
But no, he tried to leap out of the float and he flipped it over, and everybody freaked out for all of 2 seconds.
That is like a what's the phrase I'm looking for? That once you do that, you're now on to the next level. It's Oh, come on, fellas, help me out. It's
Rite
not
of
hazing.
passage?
Rite of passage.
It's a rite of passage.
It's like once you have turned upside down on that floaty and your legs are kicking up. I mean, I went through that, and after that, I could swim perfectly.
There you go. I'll just the thing is, you know what? Like the process for sending a kid that young to swim lessons, you got to go like every day for a couple weeks.
Oh yeah,
just for 10 minutes at a time.
Oh yes.
You say, oh yes, like you're familiar with it. I don't even know where would be the closest place for me. Now I'm driving out of my way. I don't want that.
Just go to there's a pool that is in your mom and my neighborhood.
Oh, okay.
There. Or your
Is this a secret pool?
in-laws. No, it's a community pool, and I just found out we could rent it for a party.
Oh, that's cool.
All right.
Yeah, we should do that.
It's weird that you were planning for a party because you have a party coming up, it seems. Does that mean, is this a foreshadowing of what might be happening?
Oh, no, I just have to look at
Sabrina Palooza 2025?
my plan B and C as of right now, because time keeps it ticking away.
What's plan A? Are we allowed to know?
Not on the air, but you two are obviously invited.
Okay.
Just bring your swim trunks and your crab bibs.
Can I bring the boy?
Absolutely not.
Wow. That's not cool.
No kids. I mean,
it's cool to me.
Wait.
Put a little mustache on.
I brought him to your last birthday, and it was at Wally's.
But this is different.
Okay.
We're going to have curse words and weed.
Oh, well, yeah, you probably shouldn't be around too much weed. I don't know that he's ever smelled weed before.
It did blow in his face when I first met him.
He's definitely never...
That was a joke.
I've never had it. I think they understand.
Okay, I hope so.
But I'm trying to...
They didn't understand my easy squeeze boobs.
I don't think... he probably has smelled it on a person. And I'm not going to say who that person is, but you know who you are, sir. And
Grandpapa.
No, not that. No, not Papa, not them. Let's go to your dispatches.
Please.
They are lining up right now at thenewsjunkie.com. Here's Mo Manji, the realtor, with the dispatch.
Hey guys, I hope you guys are doing well. Well, this one's for Fritz.
Yes.
Fritz, are you going to be there tomorrow at Cavo's so I can come and hang out with you? Thanks. Bye.
Are you talking about my Cavo's Bar and Kitchen Trivia Night each Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m.? You bet your butt.
Yeah, actually, Fritz was running through different potential trivia questions for me earlier.
Yep.
Excuse me?
I already forgot. Oh, no, I do.
Nope.
I do remember the answer, but I don't remember the... I'm not going to say
it. It was the same one I asked you.
You gave him Fritz on the street stuff.
No, not Fritz on the street stuff. This was Cavo's Trivia.
They're different things,
Flag
Sabrina.
on the...
They're different things.
Field.
It was the same question about the actor.
You ask me a lot of questions all the time.
The actor who broke his leg. Thank you.
He has 4 names. I've said too much already. But
we'll have to change it.
What time can they check you out at Cavo's for Fritz's Funhouse?
Thank you for
Fritz?
asking. C-Lane, 7:30 p.m. to around 9 o'clock, 9:30 p.m. Each Tuesday at Cavo's Bar and Kitchen. That's Fritz's Funhouse, the best dang trivia night in all of Central Florida.
I need to make it out there again. That's always a fun
man,
time.
come on out.
I think we've done well before. I don't know if we won straight out or got second place, but I have been on a what most would call successful team in the past for Fritz's Funhouse, and it's a good time. And if you go, you can be a part of Fritz on the Street, which will play Wednesday on the show. One more from the Jews Junkie. Here's the Jews Junkie with the dispatch.
So you're telling me with this invention, all I got to do is say cheers, and it flips my phone over. Like, how many guys are going to be using that whenever their girl walks into a room and like a little the side piece is texting, you know, and they're like, oh, cheers, oh, flip.
What?
I don't know. I just thought that was all right. Never mind.
He's talking about the invention from Heineken, where it was a case for your phone.
That has to be April Fool's, Lane. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, April Fool's is over.
I know, but did you check the date?
No, I didn't. It could be super old.
I'll be completely honest. There were a couple things that I got fooled by because of the stupid algorithm on Facebook and Instagram. It pops up days later, and I have to go in the comments
I
and see.
didn't look at
like
Facebook
the
today.
KFC toothpaste.
You thought KFC was making a toothpaste?
Chicken skin?
I mean, I would have put it past them. People do weird crap like that all the time.
On April 1st, though, to announce it?
No, but I'm telling you, it popped up later. Take my word for it.
All right.
That's how your social media works. That's why I don't like the algorithm. It shows you all old stuff.
Yeah,
stuff
sick
that's
of it.
Not particularly the thing that just happened. Let's go real quick to NYE County, Nevada. Nye County.
It
looks like New Year's Eve County, but it's Nye County. Deputies seized 7 tigers from a Prom.
7, 6, 5, 4. See what I did there?
That's how they counted them.
Yeah, that was good.
From a Pahrump area home, according to Nye County Sheriff's Office. Deputies issued a search warrant for Carl Mitchell in the property he was living at Wednesday morning. What they found was a scene out of Tiger King. I almost said something bad.
Okay.
Authorities said he's owned 7 tigers for several years, but has been violating county ordinances and special condition permits. He was charged with resisting an officer. The sheriff's office said he cooperated at first, but struggled with the deputy.
This was where, I'm sorry?
This is in Nye County, NYE, New Year's Eve County, Nevada.
Oh, right.
And he told us,
in Florida, you're just fine. Bring those tigers down.
That's what he should have done.
No, don't do that.
He told the authorities that all 7 of his tigers were service animals. They were all
one's for seizures, one's for dyslexia, one's for emotion.
He described the tigers as such in a 2015 emergency injunction against Nye County to stop authorities from removing the animals over lack of proper permits. Judge ruled against Mitchell, saying he did not have the proper special use permits to house an exotic animal like that, and he had been battling with the courts ever since, accusing officials of abuse, selective enforcement, and discrimination over him and his service animal tigers. Don't think that's going to work out for you over in Nye County. When we come back, friends, final dispatches.
We did it. C-Lane, great job.
Stories that didn't make the cut.
Fritz, you too.
No, it's all C-Lane.
No. It's.
I was just opening up for my compliment.
You guys, thank you very much for all your help.
Nailed it. A lot of words out of your mouth.
And stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap things up for a Monday. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Today on The Big Show, how long should you wait between meals? Plus, do you feel safe in Orlando? At 4:20, we'll talk some sports with Brandon Kravitz. For trivia, tickets to Brews Around the Zoo, UB40, and the Orlando Valkyries. And we'll end it up with Ray Trentley from TK Law. Plus, your calls, texts, and talkbacks.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team Meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And for our Monday, it's going to be our last hot day of the next several. Highs will be climbing into the upper 80s and low 90s with a high of around 91 degrees today in Orlando. We'll be seeing a good amount of sunshine before clouds increase this afternoon. That will be out ahead of our next round of rain. This will be associated with a cold front, which will help to bring with it some scattered showers and thunderstorms overnight and into early Tuesday. Temperatures falling back into the 70s, though, by our Tuesday. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by FreshFromFlorida.com.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting FreshFromFlorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
If you want to find out about a reverse mortgage, well, guess what? That mortgage guy, Don, can help. Rates are improving, and that makes the terms even more favorable. Want to find out how it works? That mortgage guy, Dom, will get you some numbers and explain the details. And then you decide if it makes sense for you to proceed. A reverse mortgage can be a lifesaver, especially for people over 62 on a fixed income. So get a quote today with no hard credit inquiry. But most importantly, work with an expert and a friend that you can trust. And that's that mortgage guy, Don.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with that mortgage guy, Don.
Florida just got its own local currency, the Florida Goldback, and you can get one for free. Goldbacks look like cash, but they're made of pure 24-karat gold, so they resist inflation and preserve your purchasing power. To celebrate the launch of this local currency, we're giving away free half Goldbacks to Florida residents only while supplies last. Claim your free Florida Goldback before they're gone at freegoldback.com and get it delivered to your Florida address absolutely free.
Help DEA keep our community safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, Saturday, April 26th. Take action right in your own home by cleaning out your medicine cabinet of unneeded medications. Keep them safe, clean them out, take them back. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent prescription drug misuse before it starts. That's DEATakeback.com.
Future health weight loss.
Want to lose 10 pounds by next month? You need to go to futurehealth.com for easy, fast, and affordable access to weight loss meds like Ozempic, Zepbound, and pill options if you don't like injections. A new report proves Future Health users get 58% better results than meds alone, and with fewer side effects. We know you'd rather lose 45 pounds easily and keep it off than only 30 pounds by yourself and gain it all back. The meds eliminate hunger and cravings, while Future Health handles the rest. Easy. Plus, the best part? You don't need insurance. It's all done online with their licensed clinicians and fast pharmacy deliveries. Take the 3-minute quiz at futurehealth.com, get approved, and start losing weight this week. Visit futurehealth.com. That's futurehealth.com. Future without the E.
Future health weight loss.
Data based on independent study sponsored by Future Health. Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion.
Allergies are torture, but Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help you beat your allergies for good. Exact is clinically proven to give long-term lasting allergy relief in 3 injections. That's right, allergy relief in 3 injections. No matter how long you've suffered, no matter what else you've tried, with 3 injections, you can experience relief from your allergies. Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus. Go to aspireallergy.com to book your appointment today. aspireallergy.com.
Kevin, why is my auto insurance so expensive? I need to switch because my company raised my rates again.
I hear you, Jay. I had the same problem, but then I called Acceptance. They saved me hundreds on my car insurance.
Really?
Yes, Acceptance was great. They did all the work comparing different plans and found me the best payment options that fit my budget.
Do you have their number?
Sure do. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049.
Why pay more for auto insurance? Acceptance Insurance has offices in your neighborhood, and one call to Acceptance could save you up to 30% on your car insurance. 800-606-7049. Let Acceptance shop for you. By comparing and finding the best rates, you could save up to 30%. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049. Acceptance Insurance. We shop, you save. Restrictions apply based on Q1 2024 study of Acceptance Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number L012294.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here. Look, everybody knows Florida is one of the rainiest states out there with some of the most unpredictable weather offered in the U.S. And when it comes to replacing your roof, it's time to step it up with Eustace Roofing, 2021's National Roofing Company of the Year. These guys have been your trusted roofing neighbors since 1959. That's 65 years of experience. They serve all of Central Florida, and they are metal roofing experts manufactured on site for perfect fit. No interest financing is available. Visit eustaceroofing.com to schedule your free estimate.
I'm ready. Let me just grab my bag. Sweatpants, huh? Didn't know we were keeping it casual this month. Yeah, I feel bloated every now and then.
You have to try new Align 3-in-1 Biotic Gummies. They have prebiotics to nourish good bacteria, probiotics to help relieve occasional bloating, and postbiotics for immune support.
All that in one gummy?
Yep. So no sweatpants next time?
Not anymore.
Align 3-in-1 Biotic Gummies for gut health support. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
What's an American? It sounds like an easy question to answer, but it's not so simple. This week on Red Pilled America, we take a deep dive into this question, and what we found will shock you. Listen to Red Pilled America on the iHeartRadio app. That's Red Pilled America, a storytelling show.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
A daily goal of one day getting in touch with Beyoncé's and or Dave Matthews people.
Up on a lovely Monday.
We did it.
I think it's lovely. I haven't barely been outside.
Oh, it's disgusting outside.
Barely looked outside. Is it?
Nasty weather.
Is it hot again?
It's about to storm.
Is it really?
Big time.
Oh, yeah, that's no fun.
What was that?
Nothing.
The world's gonna end.
I said the world's going to hell.
I missed the video of this because it's just like a print story. But I guess they got a new giraffe over at Animal Kingdom.
Say what?
You see the little baby?
No.
Sabrina? Look up the Animal Kingdom giraffe. His name is Tucker, and he's the first giraffe calf born at Walt Disney World Resort since 2021. It sounded like it was going to be longer ago, but no, that happens every couple of years.
Let me see that baby.
It kicks off Earth Month and comes as the Disney Conservation Fund celebrates 30 years of supporting wildlife protection
look how stinking cute.
around the world. Yeah?
And how tall? 6 feet?
Adorable. Oh, it's so cute.
It doesn't say, but for the past few weeks,
little horns.
they've been
joystick head
watching over Tucker behind the scenes, making sure he's bonding well with his mom and hitting all the right milestones, which I wouldn't know the first thing about giraffe milestones.
I mean, I can tell you what a giraffe birth is like because if you don't remember, we watched.
We watched that thing for weeks,
COVID,
and there was no giraffe birth.
Oh, I watched it when I got the news. It was like a Saturday morning, and I put it on the TV, and a lot of afterbirth.
Oh, I gave up on that. Gave up on that
Also,
live stream very early on.
Here at HQ, we also had some new wildlife. These snow cranes also had some babies, and they're the cutest little things.
Is this something we were emailed about, or did you know about this?
No, we had exited or we met someone at the elevator, and they're like, there's some birds outside, and it's these little snow crane babies, and they're just brown with the longest legs you've ever seen in your life. This is a terrible picture, but right now we don't have the technology. Do you see him, Sea-Line?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. I was obsessed. I wanted to go grab one so
there
bad.
was just somebody at our building walking around that knows about snow cranes and snow crane babies?
No.
More of a warning, there's birds!
Yeah, it's just a building friend, and he's like, watch out, there's birds. And it turns out they're the cutest little birds you've ever seen.
They're just baby birds.
Well, good for the mommy and daddy snow cranes.
Mm-hmm. How dare you assume their sexuality?
Not quite sure, but let's do the final dispatches. I'm going to click refresh to have the freshest dispatches.
Thank you.
And we'll start with one from this guy will almost definitely ask to be represented for Fritz on the Street. Let's start with Smackerel.
Hey, what's up, junkies? I want to thank y'all for putting on a show today. It's been real easy to just cash it in and throw best off.
Oh, it would have.
Let us have that, but y'all give it a good shot, man. It's a good show. Enjoyed it.
You gave it a good shot.
I did miss the first minute, so I did not hear where Sean was today. You don't mind repeating that?
Oh, he never said.
That, good job.
He's just enjoying himself a day off, doing what people do on day off. I'm sure he'll tell us tomorrow.
Yeah, that'll be a whole story.
What's going on?
First segment.
Let's go the brown pony with the dispatch.
Sabrina needing a plan B. How are the turntables?
How are the turntables?
What?
How dare you assume what I did during my single days?
A plan B. I thought, but that was for your
I know, but he's
birthday.
doing like a lesbian thing.
Oh, come on, brown pony. That's stupid.
Grow up.
Let's go
I'm
with
pregnant.
This person talking about ranch dressing.
Okay, so around the world, ranch is known as American salt. This is my first double dispatch day since 2016 when I glued my eyeball shut by accident with Gorilla Glue because I thought it was Clear Eyes. But then I thought of Hidden Valley Ranch. Remember the blonde girl from Back to School that was like Rodney Dangerfield's crush? Anyway,
No.
she's the voice of the old Hidden Valley Ranch commercials.
Oh,
anyway,
nice.
whatever. Perfect.
There goes
buzz.
Sea-Lane's Today I Learned.
Yeah. Did you see Back to School, Fritz?
I did, a long time ago.
I don't know that I've ever seen that movie. I didn't
He
see
had
a lot
Kurt
of the...
Vonnegut Jr., the author, write the report on, I think, Slaughterhouse 5.
Oh, all right.
Fun fact, Fritz.
I don't get no
Thank you.
respect.
You asked.
I did. I asked.
Which way am I looking?
Let's do the stories that didn't make the cut. There's not that many of them. Instacart says that Reese's peanut butter eggs are going to be the most popular Easter candy. You know what? I don't see Amy Coughfel's favorite on here. Any of this top 10 list.
Damn it.
The ones that I hate. What's it? The candy corn? Ugh.
That's
Gross.
Halloween.
Reese's. Oh, but no, they don't do that for Easter.
Not,
They don't do
not
candy
in my
corn
house.
for Easter. All right, but the Reese's is still tops number 1 and number 2 on the list.
Peeps.
And it says here, 1 in 50 men believe they can outrun a champion racehorse. A new survey reveals a survey that
Say
was
no more.
composed
of
of a
course.
whole bunch of liars. Let's get out of here. I got it. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ.
So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Monday, April 7th, 2025. Thank you, Fritz, for hanging out with us, for
Fritzy
coming in
boy.
and filling
Thank you for
in.
having me.
Thank
Great
you,
job.
Sabrina, for all your help today.
And C-Lane, killer job.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I will probably go home and fill a big glass full of vodka and forget about all of the stress today.
Perfect.
Today I learned Fidel Castro has long tried
Cuban.
to breed a super cow, correct? He is Cuban. That would give much more milk than ordinary cows. This guy was obsessed with cows and milk.
How you say extra utters?
One day, the Cuban scientists succeeded. It was immediately dubbed a miracle of socialism. And after death, Ubre Blanca was even honored with a monument to the super cow that did all the super.
They actually made it?
They bred a super cow.
We don't have them anymore.
And I don't know. It might be up there in.
It's the Chick-fil-A cow on the billboard.
That's right. It tells you to eat more chicken. Today I learned this movie series right here.
Star Wars.
That is correct. And it says in.
Dun, 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 dun. America.
The Marvel Comics adaptation of Star Wars Return of the Jedi was accidentally shipped out to stores a month before the movie was released, probably containing a whole handful of spoilers. When Mark Hamill, who is a comic book fan, noticed this, he contacted Marvel's sales manager and tried to get the book off the stands.
What did you do?
Not sure if he was at all successful in that, but he said, take him down. This is not supposed to be out yet. Today I learned in 1967, Mad Magazine printed $3 bills featuring Alfred E. Newman's face, or maybe Neumann. They were used by readers to trick early automated coin change machines, and that led to a visit to Mad Magazine's office from the United States Treasury Department. Not too excited about that. The Secret Service, I think, would be the ones most on top of that, making sure that the people don't have all the counterfeit monies. And last but not least, in Today I Learned this guy right here.
Paul Simon.
Paul Simon is correct, Fritz. Good job.
Stupid Sabrina.
Oh, damn it. The other thing is still playing. What a disaster.
That's crazy.
Just start
Today,
it over.
when Simon and Garfunkel were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Art Garfunkel thanked Paul Simon for enriching his life, and Simon said, Arthur and I agree about almost nothing, but it's true. I have enriched his life quite a bit. They played 3 songs, and the duo left without speaking to each other for a very, very long time. Thank you so much for joining us today. It has been a pleasure. We'll be back tomorrow. If you missed anything, you can go back to the podcast, and we'll be back. We'll see you all tomorrow. That's how you do it, right?
Yeah.
These angels in the